in and out everything. Start the video.
Originally known
Okay, fine.
as the Pearl High School Night Riders, the Pearl High School football team has been part of the community this year. They have graced this field since 1939.
Of who? Of the who's who? They come here. Okay, right after this? Okay, alright, fine.
Secretary, Superintendent of the Federal Area School District Board of Education, Dr. Laura Adams-King, Mr. Tom Pegase, Mr. Don Capaccia, and the Pegase family, our State Representative Mark Longetti, and the 7th District House of Representatives for Pennsylvania, the Friends of Federal Board of Directors, Mayor Kimberly Doss, and the City of Federal Council members, Mercer County Commissioners Matthew McConnell and Timothy McGonigal.
Good evening. This is certainly a proud day in a proud city, in a proud school district. What a wonderful project. I can't imagine how many student athletes will be able to use this field and track. And you look at all the championships and all the wonderful athletes over the years. I want to, on behalf of the state, thank the Pegase family, the Friends of Farrell, the School District Board of Education and Administration, the City of Farrell, and all the folks that made this happen. It's been a wonderful partnership. So congratulations, and thank you for involving me tonight.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Pegase Sports Complex. This has been a wonderful project, a partnership between the state, the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, Farrell Area School District, Friends of Farrell, and the City of Farrell. Our origin story started at my parents' kitchen table with the simple request from my brother Anthony, or affectionately known as Coach Amp, could you help us with the field? So I want to thank Anthony. I want to thank my parents for all the encouragement. I want to thank my husband and partner of 17 years for getting behind this project and always never cringing when I reach for the checkbook. I would like to thank the Friends of the Farrell Board for all your hard work. I think you're here with me tonight. Please raise your hands. None of this would be possible without the support for the Honorable Tom Wolf, Governor of Pennsylvania, Senator Michelle Brooks, Representative Mark Longetti. Thank you for your support. Thank you to the Farrell Area School Board for your strong commitment, and particularly to several members that I worked with very closely. Your leadership, tenacity, and love for our community is apparent. Thank you to Superintendent Laura Adams-King. We have emailed you probably about 10,000 times during the course of this project. Calls on Friday night, calls on Saturday night, and sometimes on Sunday too. Your partnership, your friendship is greatly appreciated. Thank you. Thank you to the city of Pearl. When I originally reached out to the current mayor, McKeithen, at that time, and she said, whatever you want, whatever you need. The incoming mayor, Kimberly Doss, also took the baton and said, whatever you need, let's get this done. Thank you for also navigating us through some very difficult discussions. It was an amazing process. Thank you. Thank you to Pearl City Council for your diligent effort, and you just got the project. You made this process really simple for me, and I thank you for that. Thank you also to the city manager, Ben Prescott. We also shared many emails and calls, and sometimes very heated calls. But it was all worth it, right? Because we're here, right? Thank you for your support. And last, I want to thank all our donors. Many of you are here tonight. Without you, we could not have gotten this done. Your names are over on the donor board. I'm really looking forward to seeing many of you personally and to thank you for your support. Thank you for the civic engagement. Thank you for the local churches. Thank you for the local businesses. Thank you for the businesses in New York. And I want to also thank all my friends in New York and California, which when we started this process, they just opened up their wallets and gave to it. And they've never even set foot here before. So thank you to them. One last comment before we go. And as you know, we will be fundraising for the locker rooms over the next couple of months. So watch out and stay tuned for programming coming for us. So good night. Thank you.
Good evening and welcome to Lou Falcone Field, located at the Anthony Palikas Stadium, Peggy's Sports Complex. Peggy's has already thanked everyone. I first of all want to thank him. Tom, I think this project has bound us together forever. We have spent countless hours together on this project. There's feedback. I'm trying to get used to that. So thank you so much. Dawn, for putting up with us, for allowing us to borrow your staff and your expertise. Thank you so much. To the entire Peggy's family, Mama Vanessa and Dad Tommy, and all the siblings, thank you so much. The Friends of Farrell Board, City Council, Mayor, Mr. Prescott, the Farrell Area School District Administration, and the Farrell Area School District Board of Education, President T. Harrison, Vice President, Reverend Tiffany Holden, Treasurer, Mr. Charles Branca, Reverend Alan Harrison, Mrs. Sue Rado, Mr. Dan Dragisevich, Mr. Gary Satterwhite, Ms. Sharon James, Mr. Gary Ellerby. I hope I didn't miss anyone. To the Honorable Tom Wolf, Governor of the Commonwealth, also to Representative Longetti, thank you very much. If I've missed anyone, charge it to my head and not to my heart. Lastly, I want to thank our former board members in memory of Mr. Lester Robinson, Mr. James Jarino, our Buildings and Grounds Department, J.T. Contractors PSS, Johnny Combine and Company, Nevco, our electrical contractor, AstroTurf, Mr. Jeff Wilson is here tonight, Mark Boyden and Dan Pope, who ran this project for us. Thank you very much. To our former business manager, Mr. Shane Wiesen, who made sure we were financially in a position to be able to upfront the money for this project. Thank you very much. Lastly, you the taxpayers, on your behalf and because of your commitment, the Farrell Area School District was able to donate $1.5 million approximately to this project. To every donor, Tommy, Dawn, all of their friends, and all of you who donated, thank you so much. This field will be the springboard for scholarships and future advancements for our students. Just the other day, I asked a candidate who was interviewing for a job, what do you know? What is a Farrell School District student? I want every graduate of Farrell High School to raise your hand. Every graduate of Farrell High School to raise your hand. We are success stories all over the globe. That's why everywhere we go, people want to know who we are. So we tell them, we are the Steelers, the mighty, mighty Steelers. Thank you so much. Enjoy the game.
Is Reinhardt's Insurance. Get a quote at 724-342-2291.
Hearing insurance services are provided by one or more of the following insurers: Hearing Insurance Company, Hearing Insurance Property and Casualty Company, or Flagship City Insurance Company. Home offices here in Pennsylvania. Hearing Insurance Company of New York. Home offices Rochester, New York. An equal opportunity insurer.
If you're thinking about a move to a senior living community where you can receive help with daily living, consider the Heritage or the Ridgewood at St. Paul's in Greenville, Pennsylvania. The Heritage and the Ridgewood are personal care residences offering private apartments with as much assistance as you need. Plus, services like meals, housekeeping, transportation, and social and spiritual programs. Call today for more information. 724-588-7610. St. Paul's provides equal housing opportunities.
The first quarter is brought to you by the Reinhardt's Agency. It's not the insurance they sell, it's the service that makes them better.
We're back here, Mark Slazak along with Bob Greenberg, Aaron Bibro back at the studio. But welcome to those who are watching on Farrell Area School District Athletics YouTube page as well. Justin Lewis and the crew. We have the ceremony and the dedication of the field. Some dignitaries here, and a great little ceremony to pump up the crowd and get us ready for which will be a fantastic football game as the Farrell Steelers set to take on the Ursuline Irish. I was talking to obviously a lot of former players here, including Omar Stewart, who's playing, he's at IUP, and I saw Omar on the field. He says, man, 1 year too late. I said, I feel your pain, Omar, I know, but this is, as was said in some of the pregame, a springboard for the future
kids here at Farrell maybe to get scholarships, and we've seen how many have come through this program over the years who have done so well, and there's nothing more true about that statement.
And now Farrell adds to the list of county schools with turf. And you always talk about sometimes teams seem even a little faster off the grass and on the turf. And that'll make a lot of people say, oh my, because Farrell was playing fast enough before the turf came into play. This will fit their program very well.
And even last week, Anthony Geese told me that, because they went and practiced down at Westminster because this field wasn't ready. And on last Thursday at Westminster, he said, you know what, this will be the last time I will ever have to practice in another field. Because during the playoffs, they always go play on turf field somewhere, and they will never have to do that again. And we know what a pain that might be for parents and the kids and the teams to have to travel 15 miles to practice after school, but they no longer have to do that.
No, it's a beautiful field here, so if you're on the YouTube, you get obviously a look at that, and if not, jump on and take a peek at a beautiful facility here at Farrell. And Bob, time now for the starting lineups.
Well, did we see the coin toss yet?
We can still go with both, or you want to wait? We can wait a couple minutes and come with that as officials meet. I have not seen official coin toss, so we'll hang on with that. Here's our officials. We'll give those for you right now. Joe Lombardi will be the referee. Jared Grandy, the umpire. Tom Davis, the line judge. Steve Hoover will be the head linesman, and Will White will be the back judge as the captains come to the center of the field. Farrell will wear their black uniforms. They've got splashes of navy blue on the hips and on the shoulder pads. They've got the gold numbers on the helmet, the dark blue helmets with the F logo on both sides. And the Ursuline Irish, they come in with a gold helmet. They've got a white jersey with green numbers and some gold trim. And they have the gold pants as well. Ursuline 2-0 on the season. State runner-up in Division 4 a year ago. They now move up to Division 3 at Ohio. Farrell Steelers one game their win last week over Northeast by a score of 50-20.
And this is Farrell's final non-league game. They go into league play next week at Grove City, so it will be a challenge. Ursuline has won the toss. They will receive. And the Penn Ohio Roofing and Siding, starting lineups, Penn Ohio Roofing and Siding, roofing, siding, windows, and more. Find out more at PennOhioRC.com.
Offensively for Ursuline, Jack Erickson will be your quarterback. The wideouts are Mark Manning, Will Burney, D.C. Farrell, and Terrian Davis. The offensive line, very experienced, Michael Branch, Casey Lugers, Colton Ross, Brian Frasco, Isaac Lucas. The running back is Christian Lynch.
Farrell defense, the ends are Keon Wade and Malachi Owens. The defensive line, Marcel Cheeks, Malachi Green. Linebackers are Tamir Gibson, Marion Norris, Zaire Thomas. Defensive backs, Julius Phillips, Brandon Chambers, Kylon Wilson, and Lamont Samuels.
Huge crowd here. The stands on this Farrell side pretty much wall to wall with people. People starting to circle the fences as well here at Farrell. And a good crowd on that Ursuline side as well.
Yeah, this is talking about legendary crowds, and I'm not just. This is one of the biggest crowds we have seen in a long, long time, and you could say it's standing room only. I think it's probably fair at this point. Not many seats to be had, if any, and it looks like it's going to be a beautiful night for football. As Farrell and Ursuline, there's been so much talk about this game over the last year, and then it was delayed at least one day because of the shortage of officials. It was supposed to be last night, but it's tonight, and we are ready to go.
Jermaine Jackson set to kick off. Liaison and Farrell deep to return. So there is a Farrell playing against Farrell in that Ursuline lineup. Jackson's kick going to be grabbed by one of the up men at the 35-yard line. He'll work forward across the 40, out to about the 42. Joe Baylog on return. And that's where Ursuline will start first and 10. New quarterback, Jack Harrison. Brady Shannon was a 4-year starter, graduated, moved on. Also look, maybe you'll see some D.C. Farrell at quarterback as well. Lynch will be the back in the set. Burney to the near side, Davis as well. Manning far side. 1st and 10. Handoff, Lynch up the middle, and Lynch dives out across the 45 and out to about the 49-yard line for a gain of about 7 on 1st down.
Yeah, Christian Lynch, and you can see quickly Ursuline know how to offense right back to the line of scrimmage, and quickly a equipment issue with Malachi Green on the Farrell side. He has to come off the field.
2nd down and short. Handoff, Lynch up the middle. Stutter steps and dives into Farrell territory. Markham inside the 45 for an Ursuline 1st down.
And you heard Dan Reardon, Mark, talking to pregame about this offensive line. All seniors, they're all big. I'll give you their sizes in a bit, but they're coming right at Farrell here to start this game.
Again, 4 wides in the set. Shotgun Erickson, hand to Lynch. Left side, Stutter steps at the 40 and dives forward. We'll mark him at about the 39-yard line. And they're quickly right back to the line of scrimmage. Running onto the field again is Malachi Green trying to quickly get on. And I don't know if we're going to get that other defender back off the field in time, and they do. Erickson the shotgun, receivers to each side on 2nd and 5. Erickson back to pass, swings it out, near side, caught by Lynch. 40-yard line and brought down there. Inside the 40, up to make the play was Juju Phillips.
Boy, a great open field tackle by Juju Phillips. Lynch out in that little wing area, and he had some space. If he gets around Juju, no yard pickup. It'll be 3rd and 5 now for Ursuline at the Farrell 39.
Davis to the near side, 3 receivers to the far side on 3rd down and 5. It's a hand to Lynch, trying to sweep left. Owens got him, throws him down for a big loss at a 45. A loss on the play, it's 4th down.
That'll be a loss of 5 yards. And we talked about Malachi Owens and Keon Wade in the pregame. As good a pair of defensive ends you're going to see anywhere. Owens 6'4", 215, and Lynch could not get around him. So on 4th and 10 now at the Farrell 44, what will Dan Reardon do?
It looks like they're bringing the punt team on. Manning is the punter. He'll go into punt formation. As Farrell will send twin returners back, and Samuels and Wilson down at about the 10-yard line. So punting in Farrell territory, snap to Manning. He dropped it. Runs to his right. Now he wants to throw it. Throws it near side. It is dropped out of the hands of the intended receiver near side, Christian Lynch. Not sure if that was a fake or just a blown play when he dropped the snap. But either way, Farrell's going to get the football.
Wow, what a break for Farrell. That's an uncharacteristic mistake by Ursuline. And I don't think it was designed, Mark. It looked like the punter dropped the ball. Had time to kick it, but he elected not to. And then threw it away off of Lynch's hands. In if he catches it, I don't think he gets the 1st down. So Farrell will start 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Cabron Smith, the quarterback. Brandon Chambers, the back. The wideouts, Lamont Samuels, Kylon Wilson, Juju Phillips, and Danny Odom. Anthony Jackson, Marcel Cheeks, Brian Phillips, Malachi Green, and Malachi Shepard, the offensive line. Phillips right, Samuels near side. They'll load up a couple of receivers to that right side now. Tajmir Gibson going to get a start. He's an H-back near side. In the shotgun is Smith, and he will fake a handoff and take the ball up the middle on the run and pushes near midfield. Had Wilson starting in the backfield as well in that set.
Ursuline defense, the line, Casey Lugers, Michael Branch, he's a big-time player. Isaac Lucas, linebackers are Donlow, Rohrbaugh, and Frangos. The safeties are Bernie Erickson and Charles. The corners are Manning and Farrell.
Big play clocks in the end zone, so you know how much time you have. They're going to go big here, bring Wade and Owens in as receivers to the left side, a bunch of 4 receivers to the left. And Smith, quick pass to Wilson. Wilson makes one man miss. He's got the sideline, 40, 35, 30, 45, 20, 10, 5, and into the end zone. The first touchdown in the Geese Sports Complex goes to Kylon Wilson.
51 yards. Cabron Smith to Kylon Wilson, and Farrell has taken a 6-0 lead.
They brought in Wade, they brought in Owens. They were in that bunch set. That quick screen to the near side to Wilson, and they had those 2 blockers in front, and Kylon made the rest happen. 51 yards on the score.
I'm thinking, Mark, you will not be able to get all 3 of the stadium names in after a play. So
no, I was only trying to get one, but I was so excited. Lamont Samuels will attempt the extra point at the goal line left. Smith is the holder. play clock doesn't run during an extra point attempt. It runs from 25, and they'll just set it now. Farrell's going to make a change, had one extra lineman on there. And now whistles. One too many on the Ursuline side as well.
So what a play.
All right, equipment issue on the Ursuline side. They send somebody off.
And Kylon Wilson showing everything on that play. His speed, big time move, and Farrell off to a great start here tonight.
Smith to hold. Samuels to kick. Snap is back. Ball is down. Kick is up. Low line drive kick is no good. Wide to the left. So with 8 minutes and 59 seconds to go in this first quarter, it is Farrell 6 and it is Ursuline nothing. We're back with more in a moment. You're home for high school football sports radio, 96.7. 96.7.
Hello, Shell Restoration. May I help you? Hello?
Oh, I was waiting for the beep. Or the part that tells me what button to press?
Nope, I'm a real person.
Great. I've been leaving messages all day to try and compare prices on my roof.
Well, we can have one of our project managers call you to set up an appointment within an hour and be at your house for an estimate within 24 hours.
Wow, that's service.
Well, that's what we specialize in.
Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer. Call today for a free estimate, 800-663-8103. Or look for @Shell Restoration on Facebook.
Wow, this food is delicious.
Do you know how hard it is to find a bar like V's that has good food?
Or V's. They have great drinks.
And great service.
And big TVs.
And is a great place to stop before and after the games.
No matter how you call it, V's or V's, when you're out with friends or looking for a place to stop before or after the games, V's Pub and Grill is the place for you. Open Tuesdays through Saturday with happy hour from 4:30 to 6:30. V's Pub and Grill, East State Street in Hermitage.
The first quarter is brought to you by the Reinhardt's Agency. It's not the insurance they sell, it's the service that makes them better.
8 minutes, 59 seconds to go, opening quarter. Mark Slazak with Bob Greenberg. Aaron Bibro back at the studio. Justin Lewis running the Farrell Area School District's YouTube video feed as well. Farrell scoring 51 yards on the pass from Kylon Wilson to Cabron Smith. Point no good, 6-0 Farrell.
And that is Kylon Wilson's third touchdown reception in 5 quarters this year.
Jackson with a short kick. Ursuline will run back and get it and return it to about the 30-yard line. Hustling back with John Frangos to get it, and not much on the return. What was that drive, Bob?
That drive was 2 plays, 56 yards, and 50 seconds.
And the first touchdown in the Pegues Sports Complex on the new turf. That's what I couldn't say quickly after the touchdown. I couldn't get it out. I got to get used to it.
I'll be able to edit it out if I have to.
Yeah, please worry about that, buddy. Take that out of the highlight.
The magic of editing software. Don't worry about
Make it sound much better. Dave's going to come to the near side. We have Bernie this side as well. Bernie comes in motion. And a hand to Lynch. And Lynch with the hole up the middle. Lynch to the 40. Lynch with a cutback, and he's across the 40 to about the 42-yard line. And runs up the middle have been good so far. And not the 42, we'll call it about the 45, 47-yard line, that we should say. And then so far, that up the middle run has been effective for Ursuline.
15 yards there for Lynch.
3 receivers right. Fake handoff. Erickson with a keeper. 50, 45, and he's got a first down. As he'll get down to about the 42-yard line.
I actually thought Coach Ridden got a little bit too cute in that first drive. They were running the ball effectively and then kind of got away from that.
3 receivers right, 1 left. Handoff Lynch again going up the middle. Fakes right, goes left, and dives inside the 35-yard line. They're going to mark him right at the 35-yard line.
Coach Pegues was concerned about Farrell's conditioning last week, and they better be in better shape tonight.
And they're going to get flagged for way too many on the field. Here's a handoff up the middle to Lynch. And Lynch will go up the middle. He'll have a first down, but Farrell tried to make some substitutions there, and there's really very little time for that. And there's actually practically no time for that with the quickness of the play calling here for Ursuline, and right to the set. Hustling to the line. Donlow comes now in at running back. Tyreek Donlow, 6'2", 221. 3 receiver to the right, and Davis and Farrell and Bernie.
I'm thinking they're going to take the penalty because they would be short on that. I don't know if they got a first down. So they're going to actually take the penalty and get the automatic first down. So, yeah, they will. And Joe Lombardi lets us know that. So it'll be a first down on the penalty. And just like that, Ursuline down to the Farrell 30 now. 6-0 Farrell on top.
Chains barely set as they hand off to Donlow up the middle. Donlow inside the 30 and stacked up there.
Malachi Shepard with the big tackle.
You may be able to see if you're watching the YouTube on the far side a very bright number 1, which will quickly change to a 2 digital line of scrimmage marker there, yard marker. Part of the chain set. Second down, calling about 7 here. Snap to Erickson. Fake handoff, quick throw. Slant is incomplete. Intended that side for Manning. On that coverage out there, Brandon Chambers. Second down and long.
Yeah, a little pressure on Erickson and from the outside, and it kind of made him force that pass maybe a little quicker than he wanted. And I'll be the first to say, Mark, with our aging eyes, that digital down marker is fantastic.
That's great. There's a snap to Erickson. He'll turn and handoff up the middle to Lynch, and Lynch works his way down near the 20-yard line. I would like to see digital numbers on all the players bright like that, too. That would be lovely.
Owens with the tackle there. About 7 yards for Lynch. It'll be 4th and 1 now for Ursuline. Going to go for it.
Big play here.
And Farrell will call timeout.
And really, you have to, if you want to do anything special defensively on 4th and 1, you'll have to take timeout. We'll take a quick timeout ourselves. Farrell 6, Ursuline driving. Back with more in a minute. 7:19 to go in the first on your home for high school football sports radio, 96.7.
Your car loan too expensive? Would you like to lower your rate and your monthly payment amount? Refinance and save now at the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. The sooner you refinance, the more money you save. And for a limited time, Grove City Area Federal Credit Union will pay you up to $100 cash for every loan you bring to them. Visit the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union or online at gcafcu.org. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking but better. Equal opportunity lender. Federally insured by NCUA.
The first quarter is brought to you by the Reinhardt's Agency. It's not the insurance they sell, it's the service that makes them better.
All right, Farrell stopping that third down play just short. It's about 4th and about 1.5 yards here for Ursuline as they have the ball down to just about the 22-yard line here of Farrell. Farrell leads 6-0.
I think the one thing you mentioned, Mark, that needs to be brought up, that after that last first down, the chains were not set. Ursuline snapped the ball, and that's really going to be up to the officials here tonight to make sure that those chains are set and do not allow Ursuline to snap that quickly.
And Farrell took the timeout because they wanted to get some bigger guys in the middle of the field here on this 4th down play. 2 receivers to each side. Erickson looks to the sideline. He'll shift Lynch the back to his right. He's in the shotgun. Erickson takes the snap. Fake handoff. Erickson to the right. He's got a first down as he leaps inside the 15 and cuts back inside the 10. That is first down and goal for Ursuline, and a trip inside the McCandless Ford, Mercer, and Meadville red zone.
Boy, a nice fake there. Lynch has gotten 7 carries already, so everybody thought it was going to him, but then Erickson kept it himself. Ursuline now down to the Farrell 9, 1st and goal.
2 receivers to each side. Bernie in motion, fake to Bernie, give to Lynch, up the middle to the 5, and he'll be pulled down there.
Malachi Green with the tackle. Lynch already with 8 carries here in this first quarter for 46 yards.
Quickly look for the play call. 2 receivers left with Manning on the outside, 2 to the right. High snap, Erickson gets it, fires it out far side. It's caught over there, it's Farrell, makes a move and dives to the end zone. He's in for a touchdown. D.C. Farrell with the catch on the pass from Erickson. And we're tied at 6 with the extra point pending.
And good block downfield there by Manning right at the goal line to give Farrell just enough space to get into the end zone. So we are tied at 6 as Ursuline answers right back with a 68-yard touchdown drive.
And they will go for an extra point attempt. James McGlone is on to kick at the goal to our right with the hold from Erickson to try to give Ursuline a 1-point lead. Snap is back, ball is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. With 6 minutes and 36 seconds to go here in this first quarter, it is now Ursuline with a score of 7 and Farrell 6. We'll take a break. Back with more in a moment on your home for high school football sports radio, 96.7.
Wouldn't you love to have this pharmacy experience? You pull up, park close to the door, walk a short distance to the counter, have the pharmacist greet you by name, and wait just a short time for your prescription. Receive time to discuss your questions with the pharmacist and still pay the same copay as you would at a large chain store. Visit the Medicine Shop Pharmacy at 1740 East State Street in Hermitage to experience this first-rate service yourself. Call us at 724-983-8451.
English Auto in Grove City specializes in Southern vehicles from $5,000 to $15,000. New PA inspections and warranties. BobEnglishAuto.com or call 724-458-5100.
The first quarter is brought to you by the Reinhardt's Agency. It's not the insurance they sell, it's the service that makes them better.
7 plays, 68 yards, and 223. And Ursuline on the board. Point after by McGlone following the Erickson to Farrell 5-yard touchdown pass gives Ursuline the 7-6 lead over Farrell. Mark Slazak with Bob Greenberg here at Farrell. Coney Field, Palika Stadium, Pegues Sports Complex. McGlone to kickoff. It's a lower line drive grab by one of the Farrell upmen. That's Juju Phillips, a big stiff arm to the 45, to the 50, trying to break outside. 45, 40, he's got a blocker to the 35 and out of bounds. Oh, with a huge stiff arm way back at about the 35-yard line. Set up a big run and heads up play too by Phillips as one of the upmen to be ready to catch that short kickoff and turn it into something special.
Yeah, Juju Phillips, the 6'1", 180-pound sophomore. Special teams, big factor here tonight, and that's a huge return from approximately the Farrell 30 down to the 25 of Ursuline, 1st and 10.
Farrell back out on offense. Had a 2-play, 56-yard drive for a touchdown on a 51-yard pass from Smith to Wilson. Odom going to come wide up the near side. Samuels is a slot left. Wilson slot on the right side. Phillips outside of him. Shotgun for Smith on 1st and 10 from the 25. And a handoff to Chambers, and Chambers will work his way up the middle to about the 24-yard line. So a gain of about a yard.
And we talked about this last week, Mark, with the graduation of Anthony Stallworth. This Farrell offense is basically new. Last year it was Stallworth probably 60% of the time, and now it's a more spread out, diverse offense, getting a lot more touches from a lot more different people.
And 60 might have been a low number.
That's true.
When you think about it. 2 receivers to each side. Kylon Wilson was a slot left. He'll now move and switch spots with Phillips and be out wide to the right. 2nd down to 9. Farrell from Ursuline 24. Smith back to pass. Pressure coming. Smith go to run. He's to the 25. Trying to strip the ball away as Ursuline, but Smith holds on and works down to near the 20. Marking at about the 21-yard line.
And there's heavy pressure that time by Tyreek Donlow, the 221-pound defensive end, forcing Smith up into the pocket. Scrambles down to about the 21, so it'll be 3rd down and 6 now for Farrell.
I really didn't have any time to look for anything down the field. 3 receivers will now load the right side with Wilson on the outside right. Odom, the lone receiver to the left. And a timeout going to be taken by Ursuline. Ursuline timeout will do the same with 5:03 to go in the half. It is Ursuline 7. It is Farrell 6. And we're back with more in a moment on Sports Radio 96.7.
The pace of business is faster than ever. That's why when you need a business loan, you want a bank that can act fast. Not only do you get great rates and fast answers, you get the financial advice you need to keep your business growing. It's a better way to borrow. Stop by and let's talk. Mercer County State Bank. Community-minded just like you. Member FDIC. Visit us online at mcsbank.com.
The first quarter is brought to you by the Reinhardt's Agency. It's not the insurance they sell, it's the service that makes them better.
Big kick return for Juju Phillips has set up Farrell here now down to the 21-yard line of Ursuline, but a big play here, 3rd down and 6.
And you know it's 4-down territory for Farrell, so they don't have to get a 1st down on this play, but it would be a great answer. Farrell led 6-0, trailing now 7-6. Come back and maybe retake the lead would be big.
Farrell will come back out into that same set, 3 receivers to the right side. Chambers is the back. He's to the left of Smith in the shotgun on 3rd down and 6. Smith back, looking, firing, deep, over the middle, and it's caught for a touchdown. It's Lamont Samuels from Cabron Smith.
21 yards. Cabron Smith throwing a dime right to Lamont Samuels in the end zone. Beautiful pass, easy catch. Farrell back on top, 12-7.
Really great design, great execution, and wide open over the middle. Just had to float it in there, did Smith. And a touchdown, Farrell makes it 12-7. And Farrell will go for 2 here at the goal to our left after missing that opening extra point.
I said they didn't need to get a first down. Who cares about that?
They weren't thinking first down.
No, they were thinking touchdown.
4 wides in the set as they go for 2 here. Smith takes the snap, looks right, fires fastball over the middle, is caught for 2 as Kylon Wilson will bring it in right in front of the goalpost, and Farrell takes a 14-7 lead. Take a break. Back with more in a moment. Your home for high school sports is Sports Radio 96.7.
1973, something wonderful happened in Sharpsville. That's when Lock, Stock, and Barrel opened their doors and served their first of now over 3 million giant submarine sandwiches. They still serve 42 whole subs on 15-inch buns. Lock, Stock, and Barrel also offers burgers, specialty sandwiches, wraps, gyros, salads, wings, and even breakfast. Call 724-962-5503. Lock, Stock, and Barrel, proud sponsors of the Sub of the Game and Play of the Game.
Need to expand or remodel your building? Increase your inventory or have access to working capital? Let our experienced business loan team help you grow your business. We specialize in business loans. Mercer County State Bank, community-minded just like you. Member FDIC. Visit us online at mcsbank.com.
The first quarter is brought to you by the Reinhardt's Agency. It's not the insurance they sell, it's the service that makes them better.
3 plays, 25 yards in a minute 38. 2-point conversion, Smith to Wilson, that followed the Smith to Samuels touchdown pass of 21 yards. And Farrell on top 14-7. Jackson getting set to kick off.
And Cabron Smith now with 5 touchdown passes this year.
Low kind of onside dribbling kick taken by an up man at the 45, and out near the 50-yard line will come John Frangos.
I think Farrell's got some respect for the deep men for Ursuline. Didn't want to kick it deep. And it's one of those you pick or poison there. Ursuline will get great field position at their own 49.
Wanted to squib it, just didn't get past Frangos up front, who showed good hands to bring it in. So he made a big play, and similar to what Phillips did, being ready on as an up man. If they're not going to kick it deep, everybody else got to be ready and try to get some yardage. He gets the ball up to the Ursuline 49-yard line.
Yep, Cabron Smith 2 for 2, 72 yards, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter.
2 receivers to the far side. Davis is near side. It's now 3 receivers far side. Handoff. Lynch up the middle, and he's getting into Farrell territory inside the 45 and down to the 43.
Marion Norris with the tackle, but 8 more yards for Lynch. The workhorse here so far tonight for Ursuline.
Ken Davis, the lone receiver to the near side. 3 receivers to the far side. Bernie comes in motion. They'll fake it to him. Give to Lynch again. Big hole up the middle. And he'll run it down inside the 40-yard line down to the 33.
Yeah, boy, just moving the chains. Another nice run there by Lynch.
1st and 10. Yard marker set. And this time a fake to Farrell. Erickson going to keep it. He's up the middle inside the 30 to the 29. Farrell quickly gets Marcel Cheeks in the game. Couple of changes along the defensive line, but Farrell a little bit quicker in making those substitutions this time on our 2nd down and about 5. Here's a handoff. Lynch up the middle. Makes one man miss in the backfield. Makes another man miss as he slips through a tackle and able to make his way down to the 25-yard line.
Boy, Keon Wade was right there. Looked like he had his mitts on Lynch, but he is very elusive and was able to get a run and pick up a couple yards.
So it'll be 3rd down and short. I think Cheeks had a shot at him too. 2 receivers right, 2 left here on 3rd down. Snap to Erickson, hand to Lynch. Actually, it's Donlow, and Donlow's going to take it down the middle. He'll dive inside the 20, and Donlow gets the 1st down as he's down to the 14-yard line, and a trip into the McCandless Ford, Mercer, and Meadville red zone.
Well, another big run there for Ursuline as they continue to fast break offense down to the Farrell 14.
2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Erickson, hands off, Donlow up the middle, and Donlow going to be stopped short this time of the 10-yard line. Put the ball at the 12, gain of a couple. Donlow out, Lynch returns. Manning and Farrell to the left side. Davis and Bernie to the right side. Snap to Erickson. Hand to Lynch. Lynch ducking down. Slides through. 10-yard line. Down about the 8-yard line. Third down.
71 yards now for Lynch on 12 carries. It's third and about 4 for Ursuline at the Farrell 9.
And you mentioned it. Fast break offense. Going quick. Erickson gives the call to the offensive line and steps back into the shotgun set. 3 receivers right, turn, handoff, stutter step at his Lynch. He's inside the 5, gets hit from behind and knocked forward. And it's going to be first and goal as the chains will move.
Malachi Owens with the tackle, but still big hole, big push. And now it's down to the 2.
2 receivers to each side. Erickson takes the snap, hands off right side. Lynch dives in, and did he get it? He's in. He's in for a touchdown. So Christian Lynch will score on that right side, diving through from a couple of yards out, and Ursuline with a chance to tie this game.
Yeah, it's a really impressive drive by Ursuline, just pounding the ball, and now they will come out at 14-13 to try to tie it here. We're still in the first quarter. What a start to this game.
No doubt. James McGlone will kick at the goal to our right. Erickson to hold. Snap is low. Puts it down low. The kick by McGlone is up and good. With 2 minutes and 24 seconds to go here in this first quarter of action. Farrell 14, Ursuline 14. We're back with more in a moment. Your home for high school football sports radio, 96.7.
This past winter, your roof may have found itself under siege from damaging ice, snow, harsh winds, and frozen tree branches all pounding it. Now, the snow's gone, and time to assess whether or not your roof is in need of repair or replacement.
Since 1958, Warner Homes and Improvements in Mercer have made dreams come true with quality remodeling services, superior customer care, and direct from the manufacturer price savings. For a quality roofing job done quickly and professionally, with expert craftsmanship and top materials, you'll be glad you chose Warner Homes and Improvements. Call Warner Homes and Improvements in Mercer today. Quality you can trust. Warner Homes and Improvements have over 50 years of experience working with all types of roofs and is Owens Corning preferred contractor. Warner's has a 50-year roof warranty, the best of its kind in the business. You can depend on Warner's Homes and Improvements to give you a great quality product. Warner Home and Improvements, South Erie Street, Mercer. Online at warnerconstruction.com.
The first quarter is brought to you by the Reinhardt's Agency. It's not the insurance they sell, it's the service that makes them better.
Christian Lynch of Ursuline, his 6th touchdown of the year. 11 plays, 51 yards on the drive and 234. 2-yard run for Lynch. McGlone with the kick, and we're tied at 14.
And Lynch already in this game, and we're still in the first quarter, fans. He has 14 carries for 79 yards.
Samuels, Chambers, and Wilson the deepest. Samuels at the 30, 35-40, spins 45, and good field position out to the 46-yard line.
That's not a guy you want in open space if you're Dan Reardon, and Lamont Samuels gets it out to about the 45.
3 really good returners, Chambers and Wilson back there as well, so if they're going to kick it deep, whoever they kick it to is going to be dangerous in space. They just have to make their decision.
One of the things we haven't talked about is, in addition to everything else they're doing here at this stadium, they're going to be adding a track, and it'll be for the first time in about 15 years, Farrell will be able to host track meets here at home.
Wilson will motion into the backfield on 1st and 10. They'll give it to Kyle on left side, outside 50, fist stiff on 45, cut back 40, and he's got a first down run into Ursuline territory as it'll be marked at the 38-yard line.
That'll be 16 yards for Kylon Wilson. Doesn't get a lot of touches, but he has been very efficient. Actually, move it back to the 34. Still a big
39-yard line, yep.
39-yard line, excuse me. It'll pick up a 15.
They'll go the same set. Again, Wilson left side in a similar play. Wilson breaks a tackle, 35, and dives out near the 30-yard line as he ran over the defender to ooze and ahs of the stadium. And at the 31-yard line, and Farrell with a little fast break offense going tempo right now.
Ant McGee's talked about getting the ball into his big playmaker's hands, and obviously Kylon Wilson is one of them.
Gibson an H-back just behind left tackle. Smith hands to Chambers. Chambers over the right side behind it. Gibson block inside the 25 to the 20-yard line and inside the 20 and into the red zone as he's down to the 18. So the McCandless Ford Mercer Meadville red zone on a first down run by Brandon Chambers.
Yeah, so I talked about them. They're going to be adding a track here. Maybe we're seeing our first track meet. This is the first track meet right here.
These two teams are going at it.
Oh, my goodness.
1:21 to go first quarter, 14-14 tie.
I'm having, I got my eraser and I also got my pencil sharpener here as well. Need both of them.
Jules Johnson, the wide out to the left side. 2 to the right side. Chambers the set. And the hand from Smith to Chambers, left side, 15 to the 10. A flag comes in, though, as he'll go down the left sideline to about the 6-yard line, and we'll see what that flag is. It's in the area of a hold or illegal block.
I think it's going to be a holding here on the, right on that, the edge where Chambers was getting to the outside, and that's going to be a big flag here against Farrell.
A drive that was really quickly moving down the field as well.
And let's see where the spot is down to about the, at least where the flag is sitting about the 13. So we'll be back to the 23. And it'll be about first and about 15 now for Farrell.
Boatwright will come into the game as a fullback now. He'll be an H-back on that left side. Samuels left, Phillips to the right. 2 backs in the center, Chambers and Wilson. On what is now first and 15. Snap to Smith, hand to Wilson, left side, spins down to near the 20-yard line.
Got a couple there.
Maybe second down.
As the clock winding down to 25 seconds to go, Farrell, they will, well, at least the play clock is out, so Farrell may not have to run a play here.
Right, they won't have to, that's why. Looks like they will anyhow, though, as they're to the line at about 8 seconds here. No, now they're not going to. Coach McGee says never mind. So they won't run another play. That's the end of the first quarter. An exciting first quarter it was. After one, it is Farrell 14. It is Ursuline 14. And we are back with quarter 2. And we return on your home for high school football sports radio, 96.7.
The separation of service from employment will often present these options. 1, a rollover. 2, leave in the plan. Or 3, cash out. To explore your options, please call Dave Cashdollar or Tim Cashdollar at 724-458-5233 or stop by the branch office at 115 Erie Street, Grove City, PA 16127. Registered representatives offering securities through Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC, member FINRA SIPC. Dave Cashdollar also offers advisory services through Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Cashdollar and Associates, LLC, is not a subsidiary nor controlled by Cetera Advisor Networks.
The second quarter is brought to you by Cashdollar and Associates, where they have the client and only the client in mind.
Mark Slazak, Bob Greenberg back with you, Aaron Byro at the studio. 14-14, Farrell tied up here with Ursuline, and Farrell trying for more here as they're just outside of the red zone.
Ursuline ran, this is a jaw-dropping number, Mark. They ran 24 plays in the first quarter. That would be 96 plays if it would continue at this pace. That is unheard of. Farrell ran just 10 plays in the first quarter, but it's 14-14.
3 receivers to the right side. Odom, the lone receiver, to the left. And Smith rolls right. Looking, loading, fires near side. Wilson, 15. Wilson over a minute to 10. And Wilson down about the 5-yard line before he's banged out of bounds.
Actually down to about the 3, it looks like.
Yep, they're going to mark him at the 3-yard line.
Pickup of 18 yards, first and goal now for the Steelers.
And back in the McCandless Ford Mercer and Meadville red zone. This has been the Kylon Wilson drive.
Well, he has been impressive tonight. Kylon, the senior, getting all kind of college recruits, and he knows this game, getting some plays on film after this night could go a long way to helping him do that.
Samuels wide right. Wade and Owens will be double tight ends now in the set. Two backs are Wilson and Chambers. Shotgun for Smith. Takes the snap. Hands to Wilson. Going left, trying to get outside. Breaks the tackle. 3-2-1, and he's in. Showing the strength to go with the blazing speed. And Kylon Wilson again puts Farrell on top.
Yeah, it looked like Mark Manning was going to tackle Kylon Wilson, make Kylon just step right through it. And it is another touchdown for Wilson, his second of the game. And Farrell has retaken the lead here, 20-14.
Yeah, got hit at the 5 by Manning, but just ran him over. And a big play by Kylon Wilson. It looked like it could have been a loss of a couple of yards. Sam Mazzani attempt the extra point at the goal to our right. Out of the hold of Kylon Wilson. Snap is back. Ball is down. And now getting up to throw is Smith. There's nobody there. Tries to stiff arm, gets pulled down. So didn't get a clean handle on the snap. Tried to run it, did Smith. And the extra point will fail. So it is Farrell on top by a score of 20-14 over Ursuline. We'll take a break. Back with more in a moment at your home for high school football sports radio, 96.7.
Community is more than just houses, buildings, and streets. It's the people who live and work and contribute to making life for themselves and the people around them better. Attorney Bill Motor believes in the young people who are this community's future. Attorney Bill Motor would like to say good luck, good health, and best wishes to all the players, coaches, band members, and cheerleaders in today's game and throughout the season. Attorney Bill Motor, 2500 Highland Road, Hermitage.
Wouldn't you love to have this pharmacy experience? You pull up and park close to the door. Walk a short distance to the counter. Have the pharmacist greet you by name. Wait just a short time for your prescription. Receive time to discuss your questions with the pharmacist. And still pay the same copay as you would at a large chain store. This service is available at your fingertips at the Medicine Shop Pharmacy located at 1740 East State Street in Hermitage. Call us at 724-983-8451.
The second quarter is brought to you by Cash Dollar and Associates, where they have the client and only the client in mind.
Back here at Farrell, Falcone Field, Palika Stadium, Pegues Sports Complex. Mark Slazak with Bob Greenberg, 6 plays, 55 yards, and the touchdown drive for Farrell. Kylon Wilson with a 3-yard run. Farrell could not convert the point after this, so Farrell leads 20-14.
And that was really Kylon Wilson's show.
Jackson, short kickoff, and they will let it roll back, and then stepping out of bounds was Farrell as he had moved up. No longer one of the deep men. Farrell was in that second wave, and picked it up and ran out of bounds at about the 30-yard line, but got some field position better than the last time, right around midfield. So
DC Farrell, just so you're clear.
Right, Farrell playing for Farrell.
Playing against Farrell.
Farrell with an E, yes, against Farrell. Farrell with an E.
So it'll be Ursuline ball. This will be their 4th possession of the game. They have scored twice, and their first drive ended on downs after a muff snap on a punt.
Erickson will hand to Lynch. Lynch hit in the middle of the field and then driven down after a short gain. Ball came out late. Farrell jumps on it, but even though Lynch was still upward, progress had been stopped.
And Farrell putting a few more bodies in the box here, as trying to maybe force Ursuline to get away from this running game.
And it's been an up-the-middle running game for the most part, too. And when they've gone outside, Farrell's been able to contain them. 3 receivers bunched to the left. Snap to Erickson, the shotgun. Looking, firing over the middle. Pass caught. DC Farrell makes the catch. He's short of the 40-yard line, so he's short of the first down. As he slides and dives to make it at the 39. It'll be 3rd down and 1.
8-yard pickup there for DC Farrell.
4 receivers in the set. Erickson hands to, no, it's a keeper, Erickson, and makes one man miss, and then Wilson will submarine him, but Erickson still gets a first down as he leaps over Wilson. Got clipped along the way, but dives forward for a first down on a nice fake by Erickson.
Yeah, it was a great fake by Erickson, but Kylon Wilson, a huge tackle there, negates a big run, but still got enough for the first down.
First down out to their own 43. Erickson will take a snap, and now look to the sideline. Manning to the near side. DC Farrell to the near side as well. 2 receivers far side. One back is Lynch. And a handoff up the middle. And Lynch will run it out to about midfield. And what's happening now, too, is Farrell really kind of honing in on the quarterback. So Erickson taking a few hits after a handoff once in a while. With his ability to fake, they know if you get there first, it's hit the quarterback. So Farrell trying to disrupt Erickson that way as well.
Malachi Green with the tackle.
2nd down and 3. DC Farrell in motion, fake to him, fire it along, left side, no, it's over the middle, caught by Bernie, makes a man miss around the 40-yard line, thrown down. The crowd likes the big tackle, but it's still good for a 1st down as it's inside the 40-yard line to about the 37.
Yeah, Will Bernie, his first touch of the game, big-time athlete, was wide open, 13 yards. Ursuline down to Farrell 37 now.
4 in the set, handoff up the middle, and Lynch is stuck in the hole, and that's worth the ooh of the ahs that time, as making the play that time. There's Norris. Marion Norris filling the hole from the middle linebacker spot, and a gain of maybe only about a yard.
And allowed to celebrate a little bit, but the officials jumping right in. We don't really want to go over the top. They don't want to throw an unsportsmanlike flag. Good job by the officials there.
2nd down and 9, Erickson rolls to his right. Looking, firing, Bernie makes a catch. 1st down, hit and driven out of bounds. But it's a 1st down inside the 25-yard line. And do we have a flag?
And there's a flag. It's a 14-yard pickup. It would have been a 1st down, but it might come back. Let's see. Great throw that time by Erickson.
And the Ursuline players are clapping, so the penalty looks like it would go against Farrell here by the reaction of the Ursuline players.
And we'll see what it's all about.
Personal foul. It's a face mask that will go against Farrell.
So the ball right now sitting at the 20, about the 23, and they tack it half the distance from their mark. So they will go.
Face mask did not occur on the tackle after the catch. It occurred somewhere near the line of scrimmage, but still gets tacked on, as you said, half the distance to the goal. And they'll put him in the Mercer, or the McCandless-Ford of Mercer and Meadville red zone here. Goes Ursuline, trailing 20-14.
So ball is down to about the 11-yard line, 1st and 10.
3 receivers left. Quick throw near side, caught by Bernie at the 15, Bernie to the 10, and the ball came out as he goes down. Farrell says they have it, and officials say
down. Be a pickup down to about the 7.
Did from our eyes look like the correct call.
Yeah, the head linesman making the call there. Actually, the back judge making the call.
There's a run attempt up the middle by Lynch, and that time stonewalled right at about that 8-yard line.
Anthony Jackson, and there's nothing there at all. A rare no gain here in this first half for Lynch. So now 3rd down and about 8 for Ursuline at the Farrell 9.
3 receivers bunched to the right side. Bernie, the lone receiver left, and the back judge calling time here. And what do we have? Timeout. Timeout, Farrell?
Timeout, Farrell.
Farrell takes time. We'll do the same with 8:16 to go in the first half. It's Farrell 20. It's Ursuline 14. We're back with more in a moment on your home for high school football sports radio, 96.7.
You don't get a new roof for the heck of it.
Why are you replacing your roof?
I didn't like the color.
You get a new roof because you're going to need it. Shell Restoration's Severe Weather Response Team is ready to help. The area's #1 company for sales and installation of roofing, siding, windows, and gutters. Shell Restoration excels at working with your insurance company for wind and hail claims, plus there's financing available too. Look for at Shell Restoration on Facebook or call 800-663-8103 for a free estimate.
The second quarter is brought to you by Cash Dollar and Associates, where they have the client and only the client in mind.
We're back here. Mark Slazak with Bob Greenberg. And it's Farrell 20. It's Ursuline 14. And Ursuline knocking on the door here. Farrell just scored a moment ago. Ursuline coming right back down the field. Farrell had missed their point after. PA announcer Eric Bell trying to get this crowd into as well. Showtime atmosphere here at Farrell. Erickson on 3rd down, and will fake a handoff, and he will roll to his right, and he's being pressured, he's being hit, and he's being sacked way back at about the 18-yard line. good.
Malachi Owens with a huge play. That'll be back to about the mark at the 17. There'll be a loss of 8 yards. A huge sack by Malachi Owens. And now it'll be a field goal attempt here for Ursuline.
At 6'4", 210. He comes running. He's got the big arms up. Erickson tried to get away, but just that great speed. And McGlone will try a field goal. About 34 yards away off the right hash. Snap is back, ball is down. The kick is up, and the kick is just good as it clears the crossbar. 34 yards for McGlone.
Big sack there by Owens. You're not going to get around that, young man, but Ursuline's still getting points. It's now 20-17 Farrell.
7:31 to go in the first half. 34-yard field goal by McGlone, and we'll take a break. Farrell 20, Ursuline 17 on Sports Radio 96.7.
What can I get you?
What are your specialty coffees?
Black or non-black?
Okay, any specialty blends?
Yeah, like I said, black or non-black.
Stop at O'Neill Coffee and check out their great assortment of specialty drinks like hot coffee, cold brew, specialty smoothies, and their caramel and mocha Joe freezes. The place to be for your favorite hot or cold drink year-round is O'Neill Coffee, next to the post office in West Middlesex, or at o'neillcoffee.com.
There's winter, spring, summer, and then there's football season. Around here, football is more than a sport. It's a way of life. Take in a game. Support our teams. It's the best entertainment in town.
Mercer County State Bank. Member FDIC. Your community bank. Online at mcsbank.bank.
The second quarter is brought to you by Cash Dollar and Associates, where they have the client and only the client in mind.
A big sack by Malachi Owens. Stops the drive and the momentum for Ursuline. They bring out James McGlone. He kicks a 34-yard field goal, so Farrell keeps the lead up by a score of 20-17. And a kickoff coming near side, going to be grabbed by Samuels, taken across the field, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50 is a flag behind him as he's at the 45-yard line into Ursuline territory. And we got a flag back at about the 44-yard line.
That second field goal of the year for McGlone, by the way. And that flag will negate a very nice return by Lamont Samuels. The flag is about the 44 of Farrell.
11 plays, 53 yards on the field goal drive.
And officials still talking it over.
And there's always that slim chance when they talk it over that one says they had a better angle and said, nope, we'll pick that one up.
What a crowd here tonight, my goodness. Massive crowd here at Palika Stadium.
Not picking this one up, though.
No.
You're going to see a hold against Farrell.
Fourth flag against Farrell now for 36 yards. And the ball is going to be back to the Farrell 35-yard line. 1st and 10. 7:22 to go here.
There's two holds, and they're taking them both.
Actually, and Ampagis is going to get an explanation.
Nope. One is a hold, and one is a dead ball penalty.
So there was two penalties here. A 15-yarder tacked on as well.
The call on the field is holding.
The only thing I can think of is potentially did the holding occur? The flag was
two different, maybe the two different holds.
Yeah,
they got them both.
But either way, Phil now we're back to the 20-yard line.
And Smith's going to hand off to Chambers, and Chambers across the 20-yard line. Either way, got a bunch of penalty yards right there. I did, in the initial thought, I thought I saw a penalty that came in early, and then I saw another flag laid up the field. So,
but there wouldn't be. It would have to be. Or the other thing I'm thinking about, Mark, is maybe that's where the spot was.
Yeah.
That the flag was thrown here, but the penalty occurred.
They did march 10 from where the flag was
that's
to,
true.
and then stopped, and then marched again another 15.
So there had to be a dead ball 15-yarder.
Yeah.
Just did not see that signal. 2nd down and 9 for Farrell, throwing 21.
Movement up front, Farrell jumped that one, so be a procedure call against Farrell. 6:42 to go here in this first half of action. 20 to 17. Ball on the 21 there before the penalty. Farrell on top by 3. Moving backwards on that penalty to be second down and about 15 here. Smith will hand to Wilson. He gets hit immediately. He's going to get thrown back.
Casey Luger is a 256-pounder, the big 6'1" senior, stuffing Kylon Wilson that time. It'll be a loss of a couple. And now Farrell, you go back, they had a great return, negated by a couple penalties. Now they're all the way back inside their 19. It's third down and long. And really their first bad series of plays here for the Steelers tonight.
Yeah, first time they've been going backwards. Really both teams have moved the ball well. The best defensive series thus far for Ursuline. 4 wides in the set here. Cabron Smith with Chambers on his left. Takes the snap, looks, loads, going deep, far side, intended for Wilson, incomplete. Wilson banging out there with the defender.
And who was that?
That's Manning out there defending. But the ball a little bit overthrown.
They both fell to the ground, but the officials ruling there was no contact enough to deem a flag.
No, it was almost a little bit Wilson trying to, get that one extra push to try to get a dive for the ball when he went down. And no foul on the play in the punting situation for Farrell.
By the way, the big game of the night, if you're interested, Notre Dame 3, Ohio State nothing.
5:40 to go in this one. I think this is the big game of the night. Farrell 20. Ursuline 17. Samuels is back to punt.
And this is the one that
Farrell and Burney to return. Spinning punt that's going to come out of bounds.
The first punt of the year.
I think they did punt one time last week. Maybe. Ball out of bounds. Ooh, the officials mark it backward. They're still walking. Oh my. And finally at the 35. So the ball is at the 35-yard line of Farrell. It came across the 50 out to the 45, but it really was angled towards the sideline. And out of bounds. So 35-yard line is where it'll be marked.
A bunch of penalties there really hurting Farrell's cause, getting him pushed back. And now they lead 20 to 17, 5:34 to go in this half. Ursuline, though, will start at the Farrell 35-yard line.
2 receivers right, 1 left. Erickson, the quarterback. And he will hand to Lynch. And Lynch with a big hole up the middle. Inside the 30, inside the 25, inside the 20. Had a first down run for Christian Lynch. Right up the gut. That's where they have been most effective when they run, is right up the middle. And move it into the McCandless, Ford, Mercer, and Meadville red zone to the 19-yard line.
Lynch now over 100 yards here in this first half, 105.
2 receivers right, 1 left. Handoff. Lynch hitting the hole that time and spun down. Coming up to make a play was Marion Norris.
Back to that double penalty, being told, I believe there was a personal foul on that play in addition to the hole.
Okay. Which makes sense. I did see a dead ball signal, but it looked like both times it was a signal of a hold.
And I think they were just getting ready for the change to get settled up there, and we're okay now.
Second down and a couple here. 2 receivers right, 1 left. And a handoff up the middle, and Lynch, stutter step move inside the 15, spins down inside the 10-yard line, and he's down near the 5. And that's going to be first down and goal.
My goodness, he is
to the 5-yard line.
Change of pace is impressive for this young man.
Snap to Erickson, hand to Lynch in the backfield and brought down. That time, good penetration.
The camera,
24.
24. And there's a flag, though, in the backfield, so it was first and goal at the 5. Ursuline goes right back up and basically snaps it. Hard for us to even set up the play. Yeah, but there's a flag here that will stop it.
Illegal substitution will go against Farrell as they tried to make a change and couldn't get someone off the field.
So that will negate that run. They'll take the penalty.
Half the distance to the goal. And at this point of the field, it's almost impossible to make a substitution without a timeout. It's just too far to run.
So it'll be first and goal now. It should be down even further.
Yeah, they're moving it now.
It should be down at the 2-yard line. So first and goal at the 2 now for Ursuline.
Lynch the back in the set, Erickson the quarterback. Erickson takes the snap, gives to Lynch. Lynch will get hit in the backfield and then dive forward. as Zaire Thomas makes the initial hit. Then Lynch dives to about the 1. Second and goal from there. Farrell leads 20-17. Ursuline knocking on the door. One back in the set. High snap. Erickson gives it to Lynch. Lynch over the top. And is he in? Officials say yes. So touchdown from a yard out for Christian Lynch, as he has his second touchdown rushing of the game.
Boy, he had Marion Norris was there, and looked like he had great position to tackle Lynch, but Lynch at the last second kind of dove over top of him and just got into the end zone. So Ursuline has retaken the lead here, 23-20, with 4:17 to go in the first half.
And McGlone will be on to attempt the extra point. He'll set up his tee at about the 10-yard line. Erickson will hold at the goal to our left. Snap is back, ball is down, kick is up, and that kick is good. With 4 minutes and 17 seconds to go in the first half, it is Ursuline now back on top. Ursuline 24, Farrell 20. We're back with more in a moment on your home for high school football sports radio 96.7.
The Social Security program allows you to start receiving benefits as soon as you reach age 62. The question is, should you? Monthly payments differ substantially depending on when you start receiving benefits. The longer you wait, the larger each monthly check will be, up to the age of 70. To review your Social Security benefit options, call Dave Cashdollar or Tim Cashdollar at 724-458-5233. Or stop in at 115 Erie Street, Grove City, PA, 16127. Registered representatives offering securities through Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC, member FINRA SIPC. Dave Cashdollar also offers advisory services through Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Cashdollar & Associates, LLC is not a subsidiary nor controlled by Cetera Advisor Networks.
The second quarter is brought to you by Cashdollar & Associates, where they have the client and only the client in mind.
So Ursuline with a 5-play, 35-yard touchdown drive following Farrell's first punt of the game. Touchdown run by Lynch, his 7th of the year. McGlone kick, 24-20. Here's the edge now for Ursuline. McGlone kick to the near side with whistles. We might have offside here on procedure is going to be the call. Procedure call against Ursuline, not to kick again.
And I think it's their first flag of the game.
Seventh rushing touchdown of the year for Lynch. That was his drive. To get Ursuline back on top after Farrell had punted for the first time.
So Ursuline will re-kick again back to the 35 now.
Farrell returners up to about the 30.
What a crowd here tonight, my goodness. The game being moved to Saturday night, the only game in town, actually benefited the size of this crowd.
And McGlone will boot it, and he's going to boot it over the returners, and it dies inbounds. They got to grab it at the 14-yard line. Farrell, then returners run into each other, but still sprinting free for a moment was Samuels. And Samuels only returned out to about this 22-yard line.
Unbelievable kick by McGlone. It went over the heads of Samuels and Wilson. It looked like it was going to go out of bounds, and that kind of some backspin on it.
Well, he'd been kicking short, so everybody moved up on the Farrell side, and they moved up a little bit where McGlone thought, I could boot it over their head. And when he did, it looked like it might bounce out of bounds, but it died inbounds and forced Farrell to pick it up and try to return. So out to the 22-yard line on the return with 4:10 to go here in the half. Farrell trailing 24-20.
Farrell will get the second half kickoff. They can do a nice long drive here and score and then get the second half kickoff. Could be a huge turnaround.
3 receivers left, 1 right for Cabron Smith, and the shotgun takes the snap. Fake handoff, and he'll run it up the middle. And it's good out to near the 24-yard line. Farrell kind of kicked themselves on the last drive. Several penalties, even penalties off the kick return, and it just kind of went downhill from there.
And they got pushed back on the field position, and that really led to Ursuline's short field. So There's no question. If nothing else, even if they don't score, you don't want to give the ball back to Ursuline here at the end of this second quarter.
Phillips going to go to the left. Samuels and Wilson to the right, and a pistol set now with the deep man being Chambers behind Smith. Snap to Smith, pitch to Chambers, reverse to Wilson, going back the other way. Wilson with stutter step move, can't turn the corner on a great defensive play.
Landon Charles, he stayed in position, was not fooled by the trick play by the Steelers, and it will be actually a loss of about 6 yards when it's all said and done.
If Wilson turns that corner, there's room to run, but Charles on the outside, as you mentioned, able to stay home and then make that move. The weak side safety Charles was in a great spot.
And a lot of good things about Charles. Definitely a college player from our notes.
Smith in the shotgun on 3rd down and long. He's back to pass, and he's going to tuck. Thought about running, stops, throws deep over the middle, and it's intercepted. A diving pick by Luke Kolar, as he'll dive and grab it at about the 43-yard line.
And I kind of uttered a sound there thinking, oh, that was not a good decision, because he was throwing it back across the field to the middle of the field. There were a lot of Ursuline players there. He also had a Farrell receiver streaking, but a huge turnover now for Farrell. Ursuline will take over at the Steelers' 43-yard line, 2:32 to go in the half.
Now, Phillips was kind of in the area, but the ball a little bit underthrown as Smith had to go back across his body. 1st and 10 for the Ursuline Irish. DC Farrell comes in motion. They'll fake it to him. Erickson back to pass, fires deep over the middle. It's intercepted! Juju Phillips with a big interception to get Farrell the football right back. Dan Reardon going for the home run ball. They try to pull it on here, and he had his man, Manning, but Juju Phillips, a great play in the secondary with the interception, so Farrell gets the ball back, and they'll have it at their own 14, I think it's a 14-yard line. And that's where they do put the football down. So back-to-back interceptions.
Wow, was that a big-time play by Phillips?
Yeah, he went up to get it too, high pointing the ball. Manning might have had a step on it, but Phillips closed quickly. Smith has a man in motion. Jet sweep pitch to Wilson. Wilson bangs into a man, bangs off and tackled at 15 and out of bounds, and it looked like hit out of bounds as he crosses the 20-yard line. No flag coming in.
But Colin Wilson showing some toughness there. He ran through a would-be tackler, then got drilled out of bounds, but he picks up 7 on 1st down. We're going to call that a pass?
Yeah, that's a pass. Jet sweep pass.
Clock stopping as Wilson went out of bounds with 2:18 to go.
Two receivers to the left side, one to the right. Turn the handoff, and Chambers up the middle. And he gets about a yard or so, and then big number 50, Casey Luger, 6'1", 256 in the hole waiting, swallows him up.
So another big 3rd down play for Farrell. Ursuline with 2 timeouts remaining. So if they would stop Farrell, and the clock is running, they may stop the clock, but this would be a key play here. Farrell to move the chains and keep the ball here potentially to the end of the 1st half.
Timeout going to be taken by Farrell. We'll take timeout as well with 1:44 to go in the 1st half. 24-20, Ursuline leads Farrell. We're back with more in a moment on your home for high school football sports radio, 96.7.
Thanks for coming in. How can we help you?
I'm just having a hard time. I don't know what you can do. No one understands.
Just coming here was a great step. Now that you're here, let's figure out what your next step will be. We'll work on it together. Community Counseling Center of Mercer County offers care for adults, children, and families. Our mission is to help individuals and families live healthy and fulfilling lives. Community Counseling Center of Mercer County, 724-981-7141 or cccmer.org.
The second quarter is brought to you by Cash Dollar and Associates, where they have the client and only the client in mind.
We're back here. Mark Slazak with Bob Greenberg. And by the way, back at the studio, Justin Lewis running the Farrell Area School District YouTube page. So video and audio as well. Farrell facing here a 3rd down and 3. And this is big here. With the time late in the half, Farrell trails by 4.
And Farrell really has not established a run. Just 49 yards rushing so far on 13 carries.
Ron Smith in his shotgun. And a quick throw near side. Wilson with a catch, and Wilson dives out to the 29. That's a first down.
Yeah, that's as good as a run. 8-yard pickup there to Kylon Wilson. He's having a big-time first half for the Steelers.
Clock will run, 1:36 to go. Wilson will again just set up wide. The way doesn't even go in the huddle. Smith will send Phillips out wide to the left slot. Left side is Gibson. They'll run now 3 receivers to that left side. First down and 10. Quick throw. Far side, that's Samuels. Comes all the way back behind the formation, trying to get near side. Gets a block in the corner. 30, 35, and banged out of bounds. The flag comes in.
They pick up a 5 yards for Samuels. A late shove there. Let's see what this flag's all about. And it's just going to be on Farrell.
Personal foul will go against Farrell.
Yeah, that's, and the flag at the 29, so right as Samuels is making that turn, something happened there, and that another penalty that hurting the Farrell Steelers' cause here tonight. That is flag number 7.
Clock down to 1:07. Go in the first half, but Farrell now marching backwards again. Back to the 13-yard line. 3 receivers will go to the left side. Shotgun for Smith. And it's a quarterback draw. Smith trying to bounce it to the outside. And it gets swallowed up at the 14-yard line.
Maybe about a yard there. Now, I know Farrell's always thinking big plays, always thinking they could score, but under a minute to go, they're back inside their 20. You may just want to be satisfied being down 4 at half. Don't do anything that's going to jeopardize that, but we'll see. We know they have very much confidence in their offense. They're going to try to make something big happen.
Phillips and Wilson to the inside, near side, and to the far side, Samuels and Odom. Second down and 22. Clock down to 25 seconds. And the snap to Smith. And Cabron now looks to scramble. Now steps back. Now fires deep down the field. Is caught far side. Caught over there. I think that's Odom on the catch. And it is. And Odom's out to the 40-yard. He might have a first down. He's going to spot this ball. He's close.
He is. I think he is out to the 40.
They're going to put it at the 39, but they do move the chains.
The clock is running now. Phil needs to clock it here.
Don't have much time. The clock down to 4, down to 3. Snap to Smith. He's back to pass. Smith rolls left. Smith fires it deep down the field. To the far side is caught by Odom, and that's going to run the half out, though, as Odom gets to about the 46-yard line, and that's where the half will end on the completion. And a big conversion there, so at least give Farrell some breathing room and end the half on a positive note. And we are at the half. Exciting first half of football. At the half, it is Ursuline 24. It is Farrell 20. And we will take a break and be back with halftime talk when we return on your home for high school football, Sports Radio 96.7.
Would you like to lower your rate and your monthly payment amount? Refinance and save now at the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. The sooner you refinance, the more money you save. And for a limited time, Grove City Area Federal Credit Union will pay you up to $100 cash for every loan you bring to them. Visit the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union or online at gcafcu.org. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking but better. Equal opportunity lender. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hello, Shell Restoration. May I help you? Hello?
Oh, I was waiting for the beep. Or the part that tells me what button to press.
Nope. I'm a real person.
Great. I've been leaving messages all day to try and compare prices on my roof.
Well, we can have one of our project managers call you to set up an appointment within an hour and be at your house for an estimate within 24 hours.
Wow, that's service.
Well, that's what we specialize in.
Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer. Call today for a free estimate, 800-663-8103, or look for @Shell Restoration on Facebook.
English Auto in Grove City specializes in Southern vehicles from $5,000 to $15,000. New PA inspections and warranties. BobEnglishAuto.com or call 724-458-5100.
This past winter, your roof may have found itself under siege from damaging ice, snow, harsh winds, and frozen tree branches all pounding it.
Now, the snow's gone, and time to assess whether or not your roof is in need of repair or replacement.
Since 1958, Warner Homes and Improvements in Mercer have made dreams come true with quality remodeling services, superior customer care, and direct from the manufacturer price savings. For a quality roofing job done quickly and professionally, with expert craftsmanship and top materials, you'll be glad you chose Warner Homes and Improvements. Call Warner Homes and Improvements in Mercer today. Quality you can trust. Warner Homes and Improvements have over 50 years of experience working with all types of roofs and is Owens Corning preferred contractor. Warner's has a 50-year roof warranty, the best of its kind in the business. You can depend on Warner's Homes and Improvements to give you a great quality product. Warner Home and Improvements, South Erie Street, Mercer. Online at warnerconstruction.com.
Water. You can ski on it. Watch the sun set behind it. Bathe in it. Swim in it. Cook with it. Or seek refuge and solace beside it. But the most refreshing water has a very particular label on it.
Herman's Water since 1908. Here's spring water that can be delivered to your office or home for free. Online at hermanswater.com. Herman's Water, when taste matters.
The Halftime Show is brought to you by Lock, Stock, and Barrel, serving giant subs to the Shenango Valley since 1973.
We're back here at Farrell High, your home for high school football, right here on Sports Radio 96.7. It's been a good first half. It's Ursuline 24, it's Farrell 20. Scoring looked like this, 8:59 to go in the first quarter, 51-yard pass. A little wide receiver screen, Kylan Wilson catching it from Cabron Smith and weaving his way for the touchdown. Point after was no good. Farrell led 6-0. Ursuline answers, 6:36 to go in the first on a 5-yard touchdown pass from Jack Erickson to D.C. Farrell. James McGlure with a point after. 7 plays, 68 yards, and just over 2 minutes. Ursuline led 7-6. Farrell with an answer, 21-yard touchdown pass, Cabron Smith to Lamont Samuels after a big Juju Phillips kick return. 3 plays, 25 yards on that Farrell drive. Samuels, I should say Smith to Wilson on the 2-point conversion on the pass. Farrell led 14-7. And then Ursuline, one more score in the first quarter. Kristen Lynch scores for the 6th time this year on a 2-yard run. McGlure with a point after. 11 plays, 51 yards, and just 2:34. It was 14-14 after 1. In the second quarter, Kylan Wilson scores from the second time on a 3rd-yard run, part of a 6-play, 55-yard Farrell drive. A mishandled snap on the extra point, so the conversion no good, and Farrell led 20-14. Ursuline with an answer on a 34-yard field goal by James McGlure to make it 20-17. And then following Farrell's first punt of the night, Ursuline puts together a 5-play, 35-yard drive in 1:17. Lynch scores again, this time on a 1-yard run. McGlure with the point after, and that's where we are at the half. Ursuline 24, Farrell 20.
And what a half it's been. What a night it's been here in Farrell. The dedication of their new stadium and an amazing crowd, great weather, and as good a game as you're ever going to want to watch so far here through the first half.
All right, we'll take a break. We come back. Bob Greenberg's Lock, Stock, and Barrel halftime scoreboard report. We'll have it. Your home for high school football right here at Sports Radio 96.7.
Found itself under siege from damaging ice, snow, harsh winds, and frozen tree branches all pounded it. Now, the snow is gone, and time to assess whether or not your roof is in need of repair or replacement.
Since 1958, Warner Homes and Improvements in Mercer have made dreams come true with quality remodeling services, superior customer care, and direct from the manufacturer price savings. For a quality roofing job done quickly and professionally, with expert craftsmanship and top materials, you'll be glad you chose Warner Homes and Improvements. Call Warner Homes and Improvements in Mercer today. Quality you can trust. Warner Homes and Improvements have over 50 years of experience working with all types of roofs and is Owens Corning preferred contractor. Warner's has a 50-year roof warranty, the best of its kind in the business. You can depend on Warner's Homes and Improvements to give you a great quality product. Warner Home and Improvements, South Erie Street, Mercer. Online at warnerconstruction.com.
Wow, this food is delicious.
Do you know how hard it is to find a bar like V's that has good food?
Or V's. They have great drinks.
And great service.
And big TVs.
And is a great place to stop before and after the games.
No matter how you call it, V's or V's, when you're out with friends or looking for a place to stop before or after the games, V's Pub and Grill is the place for you. Open Tuesdays through Saturday with happy hour from 4:30 to 6:30. V's Pub and Grill, East State Street in Hermitage.
Before considering investing in a variable annuity, you may want to make sure that you're exhausting the contribution limits of your 401k, IRA, or other qualified retirement plan. In the end, variable annuities are really a value judgment. Call Dave Cash Dollar or Tim Cash Dollar to evaluate whether a variable annuity is right for you at 724-458-5233. Or stop in at 115 Erie Street, Grove City, PA 16127. Registered representatives offering securities through Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC, member FINRA SIPC. Dave Cash Dollar also offers advisory services through Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Cash Dollar & Associates, LLC is not a subsidiary nor controlled by Cetera Advisor Networks.
What can I get you?
What are your specialty coffees?
Black or, non-black?
Okay, any specialty blends?
Yeah, like I said, black or non-black.
Stop at O'Neill Coffee and check out their great assortment of specialty drinks like hot coffee, cold brew, specialty smoothies, and their caramel and mocha Joe Freezes. The place to be for your favorite hot or cold drink year-round is O'Neill Coffee, next to the post office in West Middlesex, or at o'neillcoffee.com.
The Halftime Show is brought to you by Lock, Stock, and Barrel, serving giant subs to the Shenango Valley since 1973.
Mark Slazak, Bob Greenberg back with you at Farrell's new Pegues Sports Complex, Elconey Field, Palica Stadium. At the half, 24-20, Ursuline leads Farrell. And here's Bob Greenberg with our Lock, Stock, and Barrel halftime scoreboard report.
And we have obviously a big day of college football. Let's run down the scores. Top 25, BYU 38, South Florida 7. Halftime, USC 45, Rice 14 in the third. Number 7, Utah leading Florida 10-7 in the second. 20th ranked Kentucky 10-10 with Miami of Ohio. Baylor leads Albany 28-7. Christian Lewis, former Farrell High great, playing for Albany right now. Also going on today, right now, Wisconsin 14, Illinois State nothing. The big game, Ohio State 7, Notre Dame 3. That's in the first quarter. Alabama 17, Utah State nothing, and the end of the first. From finals earlier, NC State beats East Carolina 21-20. Michigan 51, Colorado State 7. Texas A&M 31, Sam Houston nothing. Georgia all over Oregon 49-3. Georgia loses 5 first-round NFL picks, and they beat the 11th ranked Ducks 49-3. Miami of Florida 70-13 over Bethune-Cookman. Arkansas holds off Cincinnati 31-24. Oklahoma 45, UTEP 13. Triple overtime, Houston wins 37-35 over UTSA. Ole Miss 28-10 over Troy. And of course on Thursday night, Pitt beats West Virginia 38-31. And Penn State won as well. They beat Purdue. If anybody cares about that.
Penn State won as well. We are at the half with the score. Ursuline 24, Farrell 20. We'll take a break, back with more halftime activities when we return. Your home for high school football right here, Sports Radio 96.7.
Hey, okay, class. Today we're discussing, what does a roof mean to you?
It means that I don't get rain on when I'm inside.
It means I can play my music loud and the neighbors can't hear it.
It allows my family to safely shelter in place.
It means that we can be protected from outside germs.
It's where we can dance through the quarantine. To me, a roof means a home.
The Penn Ohio Roofing and Siding Group can help keep your family safe now more than ever. Go to PennOhioRC.com to start your installation today.
If you're thinking about a move to a senior living community where you can receive help with daily living, consider the Heritage or the Ridgewood at St. Paul's in Greenville, Pennsylvania. The Heritage and the Ridgewood are personal care residences offering private apartments with as much assistance as you need. Plus, services like meals, housekeeping, transportation, and social and spiritual programs. Call today for more information. 724-588-7610. St. Paul's provides equal housing opportunities.
My car does more than take me from here to there. And I expect my insurance to do more too. That's why I chose my agent and Erie Insurance. They offer first accident forgiveness and the service I deserve at a price I can afford.
Your Erie agent in Hermitage is Reinhardt's Insurance. Get a quote at 724-342-2291.
Erie Insurance services are provided by one or more of the following insurers: Erie Insurance Company, Erie Insurance Property and Casualty Company, or Flagship City Insurance Company, home offices Erie, Pennsylvania, or Erie Insurance Company of New York, home offices Rochester, New York. An equal opportunity insurer.
Did you know that Mancino's Driving School can give you your driver's test? That's right. Mancino's Driving School provides an approved Pennsylvania Department of Education certified driving course as well as behind-the-wheel training. Mancino's Driving School offers one-on-one, on-the-road driving lessons 7 days a week with day and evening hours. They use only certified driving instructors that have undergone extensive background investigation. For details or more information on adult training, go online to mancinosdrivingschool.com.
In 1973, something wonderful happened in Sharpsville. That's when Lock, Stock, and Barrel opened their doors and served their first of now over 3 million giant submarine sandwiches. They still serve 42 whole subs on 15-inch buns. Lock, Stock, and Barrel also offers burgers, specialty sandwiches, wraps, gyros, salads, wings, and even breakfast. Call 724-962-5503. Lock, Stock, and Barrel, proud sponsors of the Sub of the Game and Play of the Game.
The Halftime Show is brought to you by Lock, Stock, and Barrel, serving giant subs to the Shenango Valley since 1973.
We're back here at Farrell. Mark Slazak along with Bob Greenberg. Aaron Byler back at the studio. Also live on Farrell Area School District Athletics YouTube page with Justin Lewis and the gang there as well. So you can watch and you could listen in this one tonight. And Bob, we're at the half. It's been a good game, and you've got some high numbers already.
Yeah, some great stats here. Ursuline leading 24-20. 5 lead changes in that first half, which is always the indicator how exciting the game has been. Farrell offensively led by Cabron Smith, 7 of 9 passing, 140 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Kylon Wilson, 4 receptions for 84 yards and a touchdown. Danny Odom, 2 catches for 35 yards. Lamont Samuels, a catch for 21 yards and a touchdown. On the ground, Chambers, 5 carries, 20 yards. Wilson, 6 carries, 19 yards. Smith, 4 carries for 11 yards. Owens had a sack. Phillips had a big interception. One of the big stats, maybe one reason why Farrell trailing penalties, 7 against Farrell in the first half for 71 yards. Overall, Farrell 50 yards rushing, 140 yards passing, 24 plays for Farrell, 190 yards. For the Ursuline Irish, big first half for Christian Lynch. 23 carries, 121 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns. Erickson had 5 carries for 24 yards. Also, Donlow had 3 carries for 19 yards. Erickson, 6 of 9 passing for 43 yards. Touchdown and an interception. Bernie, 3 catches for 21 yards. Farrell, 2 catches for 12 yards. Overall, Ursuline, 164 yards rushing, 43 yards passing, 207 yards of offense on 40 plays. Farrell, 24 plays, 190 yards.
We're at the half, 24-20. Ursuline leads Farrell. Farrell band playing in the background, and we'll be back with more halftime when we return to Farrell High. Again, Ursuline 24, Farrell 20 at the half on your home for high school football sports radio, 96.7.
This past winter, your roof may have found itself under siege from
Aaron, still
damaging
halftime.
ice, snow, harsh winds, and frozen tree branches all pounded it. Now, the snow's gone, and time to assess whether or not your roof is in need of repair or replacement.
Since 1958, Warner Homes and Improvements in Mercer have made dreams come true with quality remodeling services, superior customer care, and direct from the manufacturer price savings. For a quality roofing job done quickly and professionally, with expert craftsmanship and top materials, you'll be glad you chose Warner Homes and Improvements. Call Warner Homes and Improvements in Mercer today. Quality you can trust. Warner Homes and Improvements have over 50 years of experience working with all types of roofs and is Owens Corning preferred contractor. Warner's has a 50-year roof warranty, the best of its kind in the business. You can depend on Warner's Homes and Improvements to give you a great quality product. Warner Home and Improvements, South Erie Street, Mercer. Online at warnerconstruction.com.
Is your car loan too expensive? Would you like to lower your rate and your monthly payment amount? Refinance and save now at the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. The sooner you refinance, the more money you save. And for a limited time, Grove City Area Federal Credit Union will pay you up to $100 cash for every loan you bring to them. Visit the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union or online at gcafcu.org. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking but better. Equal opportunity lender. Federally insured by NCUA.
Up to certain limits, traditional IRAs allow individuals to make tax-deductible contributions. Also within certain limits, individuals can make contributions to a Roth IRA with after-tax dollars. Please call Dave Cash Dollar or Tim Cash Dollar to find out which IRA is right for you at 724-458-5233. Or stop in at 115 Erie Street, Grove City, PA, 16127. Registered representatives offering securities through Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC, member FINRA SIPC. Dave Cash Dollar also offers advisory services through Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Cash Dollar & Associates, LLC is not a subsidiary nor controlled by Cetera Advisor Networks.
The Halftime Show is brought to you by Lock, Stock, and Barrel, serving giant subs to the Shenango Valley since 1973.
We're back here at Farrell. Mark Slazak along with Bob Grimberg. He just tweeted out, what a night. And it is. There was a great sunset tonight, a great spot to watch high school football. A lot of people have come out to be part of this game, a big game, and then you add the festivities of the new field as well. Big night here in Farrell.
And I was thinking about this, Mark. Last Saturday night, we were in Sharpsville for Wilmington Sharpsville and had a same festive type atmosphere, a huge crowd that night. And I'm sure people are going to say, okay, it's because it's Saturday night, it's the only game in town. And I would say you're probably right on one point, but also it also helps to have great games, a lot of anticipation.
Yeah.
That game last week obviously was a region game between two great programs, and tonight I don't know if they could fit anybody else inside this stadium right now.
No, maybe not in a seat. If you're coming, you're standing up. Hey, a couple other football scores from the President's Athletic Conference. We have some of those. Waynesburg was a winner over Gallaudet. Grove City with a big win to open their season, 63-6 over Juniata. St. Vincent and Stevenson matched up. Stevenson with a 25-21 lead. Montclair State beat Teal 27-6. Also, in football today. W&J a 35-26 win over John Carroll. Bethany beat Hiram 26-16. And Westminster College fell to Delaware Valley in some of those President's Athletic scores as well in opening week of football. Allegheny, who's just come back to the pack, they lost to Union 42-27. John Hopkins 54-14 over Case in that one.
Also, if you don't follow me on Twitter, you would not have seen this update. Last night, the Sharon game at home against Warren was stopped because they could not get the one side of the stadium lights on. They were not on and then fell off. They just couldn't get them on near halftime. And I was updated today by new AD Steve Hoover, who coincidentally is officiating tonight's game. He told me that a connector went bad on the home side that would not allow the lights to work. Parts have been ordered and should arrive on Tuesday. And he says Sharon should be fine to host the game on Friday versus Hickory.
All right, sounds good. Fairfield Steelers making their way back out of the field. Ursuline has been back out. They've warmed up. We'll take a quick timeout and be back with the second half when we return. It's 24-20, Ursuline over Fairfield. Back with more in a moment on Sports Radio 96.7.
My car does more than take me from here to there. And I expect my insurance to do more too. That's why I chose my agent and Erie Insurance. They offer first accident forgiveness and the service I deserve at a price I can afford.
Your Erie agent in Hermitage is Reinhardt's Insurance. Get a quote at 724-342-2291.
Erie Insurance services are provided by one or more of the following insurers: Erie Insurance Company, Erie Insurance Property and Casualty Company, or Flagship City Insurance Company, home offices Erie, Pennsylvania, or Erie Insurance Company of New York, home offices Rochester, New York, an equal opportunity insurer.
This past winter, your roof may have found itself under siege from damaging ice, snow, harsh winds, and frozen tree branches all pounded it. Now, the snow is gone, and time to assess whether or not your roof is in need of repair or replacement.
Since
The third quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958.
Right, we're going to start this second half of action. Farrell will receive the second half kickoff. Move left to right in the black uniforms with from blue trim. Ursuline Irish in the white uniform, gold helmets, and the gold pants. And here's the kick. And it will come to the deepest Steeler. That's Kalon Wilson, 15-20, 25-30, turns the corner, 35-40, makes inside, he's off to the races, 30, 20, 10, a flag comes in late, and a touchdown.
Oh my goodness, there's a flag right in front of the Farrell bench. It'll be a 96-yard kickoff return by Kalon Wilson. It will not negate it's going to be a sideline warning. It will not negate the touchdown. Just a sideline warning. It will not negate the touchdown.
So the touchdown scores a sideline warning, just enough to just make the call, just not perfect. But Kalon Wilson, did you get where he grabbed that ball and give us a yardage there, Bob?
I said 96 yards.
96 yards on the return for Kalon Wilson. And the score for a touchdown, sideline warning. So Farrell just had, they got excited on the sideline, no doubt, excited everybody else. They're lucky this whole side of the stadium wasn't on the field to get a sideline warning on the big return by Wilson, and Farrell leads by a score of 26-24.
Yeah, I'm guessing Farrell's going to go for two now. There seems to be some confusion. By the way, the play clocks are now not working. They have not worked for a while. I guess we'll notice here when they come out on offense if they've been corrected, but Farrell's going for two.
Four receivers wide. Cabron Smith with a man in the backfield. Fire in the middle, it's intercepted. So intercepted, so it will be a dead ball on that, so a failed two-point conversion. So, with an exciting start to the second half, it's Farrell 26, and it's Ursuline 24, and we're back with more in a moment on your home for high school football, Sports Radio 96.7.
Water. You can ski on it. Watch the sun set behind it. Bathe in it. swim in it, cook with it, or seek refuge and solace beside it. But the most refreshing water has a very particular label on it.
Herman's Water since 1908. Here's spring water that can be delivered to your office or home for free. Online at hermanswater.com. Herman's Water, when taste matters.
The third quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958.
95-yard kickoff return by Kylon Wilson. And Farrell has taken the lead, 26-24. Two-point conversion pass failed as it was intercepted.
So the clock says 11:50, so he ran 95 yards in 10 seconds.
I like that.
That's pretty fast. We know he's fast. And big-time play by Kylon Wilson. What a huge game for the senior. And Farrell back on top here, 26-24.
Third score for Wilson. He's got a run, got a kick return, and got a catch for a touchdown. Farrell to kick off. Jermaine Jackson will kick. And it's to DC Farrell at the 30-yard line. He'll look to go across the field. He's spun down at about the 35, so about 5 on the return for DC Farrell.
I wonder if Dan Reardon is regretting now kicking deep.
Oh, yes.
Because they had been, the first few kickoffs have been squibs and short, and then they have gone deep now twice, and this last one, obviously, a big-time return.
Defense for Farrell, Kean Wade, Malachi Owens, the ends. Marcel Cheeks, Malachi Green, the tackles. Tajmir Gibson, Zaire Thomas, Marion Norris, the linebackers. Julius Phillips, Brandon Chambers, I should say. Kylan Wilson and Lamont Samuels are your defensive backs. Erickson, the quarterback for Ursuline. He's got 4 wides in the set. And he'll hand to Christian Lynch. Wade had him for a moment, but he gets free and out to the 40 and across the 42. Wade actually tried to tackle both the quarterback and the running back at the same time, and that's why Lynch got away. Offense for Ursuline, the quarterback Erickson, Manning, Bernie, Farrell, and Davis, your wideouts. Branch, Lugers, Ross, Frasco, and Lucas the line. Lynch the running back. They'll give it to Lynch again. Up the middle. And Lynch on second down and a few. Up the middle to about the 44-yard line. Maybe just a little bit short of the 44. It's going to be third down and short here. Ursuline moving right to left. They do a fast break offense already right there, ready to go. Snap to Erickson. Hand to Lynch. And Lynch hit the line of scrimmage. And Lynch thrown back. He did not get the first down.
No, he will be about a half-yard short. Who was that? Marion Norris again. So now it will be 4th and 1 now for Ursuline. They're going to go for it at their own 44.
Quickly ready to go. They're set. They'll look to the sideline. Will they go, or will they just try to draw Farrell offside? Erickson approaches the center, steps back. Lynch moves to the left. It will be 4th and 1. Big play here. Turn, hand off. Lynch, first down and more. Cross the 50-yard line into Farrell territory.
Yeah, big-time block there. And Lynch is so shifty. Changes speed and direction as good as anybody. And it's Ursuline now at the Farrell 49, 1st and 10.
Lynch is out. Donlow is in. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Hand this time to Donlow. Donlow will bruise it across the 45. Still on his feet, 40, and dives forward near the 36-yard line.
And big Jared Grandy almost tackled it there. Just got out of the way, the referee. Just in the nick of time.
Spot the ball at the 37-yard line.
12-yard pickup for Donlow.
Donlow stays in as the back, shifts to the left side of the quarterback. Erickson takes the snap, and Donlow is going to be hit and dropped for a loss this time. Good defensive play up the middle for Farrell. There's Zaire Thomas there. Got a Farrell player slow to get up. Kean Wade will get up now.
It'll be a loss of about 2 on the play.
Kean Wade will slowly get back to his side of the field on what is now second down at about 12. Donlow stays in there as the back. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Erickson, your quarterback in the shotgun. Second down and 12. Motion man Bernie. Fake to Bernie. Erickson to keep. Bounces out right side. Got a block. Dives across the 30. Near first down yardage. Down near the 25.
Yeah, pickup of about 14. It will be a first down for Ursuline as they are trying to answer and retake the lead here. Farrell leads 26-24.
1st and 10. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Lynch back in there. We'll give him the football. Lynch jitterbugs down to near the 20-yard line. We'll mark him at the 21-yard line. Another 5 yards or so on the run.
Yeah, I barely just have enough time to write the stats down and look back up, and they're snapping the ball again.
3 receivers left, 1 right. Snapped Erickson on second down, hand to Lynch, bounces at the left side, and is going to be dropped just inside the 20. Flags come in late. Farrell sideline immediately pointing before the flags came in, so they feel this is definitely a flag on Ursuline, and that's the signal as well.
I'm thinking about how Grove City runs their fast break offense. The only thing different is Grove City a lot of times will not snap the ball. They will change plays and look to the sideline and then adjust. But Ursuline's not really waiting very much. So they have their play and they're just running it.
Yeah, they rarely will even take a break to check the sideline. They're just go, go, go. There was a hold against Ursuline. It's going to mark the ball back to near the 30-yard line and set up second down at about 14. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Erickson in the shotgun, takes this snap, looks to his left, fires near side, caught by Manning. Manning at the 30, Manning 25, skips through a tackle near the 20-yard line and inside the 20, short of the first down. Farrell said the ball came out and they got it. We'll see what the officials
the ball is down.
are not saying. Right?
Yeah, the ball is down. It'll be about a yard short. Picked up about 13 on the play. And it'll be third and maybe about 2 now for Ursuline.
3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Handoff Lynch, right side, first down, 15, 10, spilled down to about the 10-yard line and inside the McCandless, Ford, Mercer, and Meadville red zone.
Christian Lynch will take
Mark it right at the 10-yard line, so it'll be first down and goal.
11th play of the drive here for Ursuline. They started from their own 35.
3 receivers stacked left, high snap, and nope, it's going to keep it. Erickson went into the left side of the 10 and out of bounds right about the 10. So he faked the handoff, ends up on the track near side. Bumping into Guy Gibbs and his camera near sideline.
Maybe about a yard there. Maybe mark it down to the 9. 8:11 to go here, third quarter. Farrell leads Ursuline 26-24 in a instant classic going on right now.
3 receivers left, 1 right. Erickson takes the snap, quick throw, right side, slant pattern, tipped away and nearly intercepted by Farrell.
It would have been intercepted by Kylon Wilson, but Chambers batted the ball and then ran into Kylon Wilson.
So defenders were in a great spot on that quick slant pattern. It'll set up now third down, and we'll call it 9.
Yeah,
third and goal from the 9.
Wilson was going to intercept that ball on the tip, but got run into by Chambers, his own teammate.
2 receivers right, 2 left. Snap back to Erickson, hands to Lynch, and immediately brought down to the 10-yard line. Zaire Thomas and others there to actually, Mary Norris, I should say, there, and Norris has really had a big game from the middle linebacker spot. Mark it right at the 10 for a loss and another field goal try.
McGlone's going to come out to try to give Ursuline the lead here as Ursuline's 14-play drive for 55 yards gets stalled, and now here comes McGlone.
27-yard field goal attempt. McGlone earlier hit one from 34 yards. This time is from the left hash. The last make was from the right. Snap is back. Ball is down. Kick is up, and the kick is good. Ship him 27 yards out. The second field goal will be through by James McGlone. And now it's Ursuline 27 and Farrell 26. We'll take a break. It's been a good one right here on your home for high school football sports radio 96.7.
My car does more than take me from here to there. And I expect my insurance to do more too. That's why I chose my agent and Erie Insurance. They offer first accident forgiveness and the service I deserve at a price I can afford.
Your Erie agent in Hermitage is Reinhardt's Insurance. Get a quote at 724-342-2291.
Erie Insurance services are provided by one or more of the following insurers: Erie Insurance Company, Erie Insurance Property and Casualty Company, or Flagship City Insurance Company, home offices Erie, Pennsylvania, or Erie Insurance Company of New York, home offices Rochester, New York, an equal opportunity insurer.
The third quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958.
Right, so the Farrell Steelers unable to convert on a couple extra points, have kind of left the door open there, and Ursuline squeezed through right there to take a 27-26 lead after a 14-play, 55-yard drive. James McGlone, a 27-yard field goal.
And right now, he's been the difference.
Yeah.
The kicker.
He's made all his kicks and extra points and a couple of field goals.
And Ursuline now up by 1 as we have our 7th lead change.
McGlone kicked it deep to Kylan Wilson last time. He went 95 yards for a score. We'll see what he does this time. And it's a squib, and it's going to roll, and Samuels picks it up at the 28. Outside 30, 35, and out to about the 36-yard line. On the return for Lamont, Samuels sets up Farrell at their own 36.
Yeah, Dan Reardon has coached a long time. He wasn't kicking deep again. And I'm sure he won't get in his game if he gets that opportunity.
And the one time that Farrell tried to move up against that squib, McGlone kicked it over their head. So he's a talented kicker, can put the ball where he wants, so he's a weapon.
So Farrell will start at their own 36-yard line, trailing by 1. 7:25 to go, third quarter.
Capron Smith's going to go out wide to the left. They'll put Samuels at the quarterback spot. 3 receivers right, 2 left. Samuels off on a runner out of this spot. Motion man comes Wilson. And a fake to Wilson and a keeper for Samuels. 40, 45, gets a block around the corner. 50, 45, cut back 40. Samuels' feet, 35, 30, and brought down. What an ankle tackle by D.C. Farrell, but a big run by Lamont Samuels on the quarterback draw.
37 yards. Samuels with the spectacular run there, making a bunch of players miss, and down to the Ursuline 27.
Well, Farrell down to the 27-yard line. 7:07 to go in the third. 27-26. The Ursuline lead. Cabron Smith back at quarterback. Samuels joins 2 receivers to the left. And it's a handoff. It is Chambers. Weaves his way 25. Stays on his feet inside the 20. And we'll dive into the McCandless Ford Mercer and Meadville red zone at the 19-yard line.
Chambers 8-yard run there. And Farrell right down the field again.
Second down.
As they have it at the 19-yard line of the Irish, trailing 27-26.
Second down and about 3. 3 receivers left. Phillips, the lone receiver to the right. Snap to Smith. He'll keep it on the fake. Spins inside the 18, maybe 17. We'll see where they mark it. Be close to the first down.
I think he got it.
Far side official is saying, go ahead, move it. As we look over at the head linesman. He's saying move the chains. Chains still haven't moved. He's waving now with a big arm motion. Come on, guys. It's first down fair. So Smith on the keeper, gets the ball to the 17-yard line. Phillips will go wide to the left, to the near side Samuels, and both Wilson and Chambers in the backfield on each side of Cabron Smith. Snap to Smith, hand to Wilson. Gets nailed as he hits the hole. Maybe a yard to the 16.
Brian Frasco, 291-pound, 6'3" senior, with a big-time hit there on Kylan Wilson. He gets nothing.
And the ball spotted at the 17 for no gain, second down and 10. 4 wides again, Wilson slot right. Phillips outside of him. Samuels and Odom to the left. And now Farrell will shift and send 3 receivers to the left side. Shotgun for Smith with Chambers on his left. And Smith will roll to the left. And Smith will now roll to the right. And now Smith is going to fire for the end zone. And it's a touchdown! A sliding score for Juju Phillips.
What a play by the quarterback, Cabron Smith. He scrambled left and right, looked like Kyler Murray there. And he finds Juju Phillips in the end zone, a sliding touchdown pass of 17 yards. And Phil has retaken the lead here, 32-27.
A couple times I thought, just go, just run. And Smith never took his eyes off of downfield and found Phillips sliding in for the touchdown on the arm of Steelers in that right end zone. And now Farrell will go for 2 with a 32-27 lead.
What a play. That is a signature play there by the quarterback, Cabron Smith.
Phillips, the lone receiver to the right in single coverage, 3 receivers left. And Smith looks and lobs. Jump ball. Juju goes up and can't get it. Knocked away. Good defensive play there by D.C. Farrell. And the extra point is no good. With 5:17 to go in an exciting third quarter. Farrell again on top. It is Farrell, 32. It is Ursuline 27, and we're back with more in a moment on your home for high school football, Sports Radio 96.7.
This past winter, your roof may have found itself under siege from damaging ice, snow, harsh winds, and frozen tree branches all pounding it. Now, the snow is gone, and time to assess whether or not your roof is in need of repair or replacement.
Since 1958, Warner Homes and Improvements in Mercer have made dreams come true with quality remodeling services, superior customer care, and direct from the manufacturer price savings. For a quality roofing job done quickly and professionally, with expert craftsmanship and top materials, you'll be glad you chose Warner Homes and Improvements. Call Warner Homes and Improvements in Mercer today. Quality you can trust. Warner Homes and Improvements have over 50 years of experience working with all types of roofs and is Owens Corning preferred contractor. Warner's has a 50-year roof warranty, the best of its kind in the business. You can depend on Warner's Homes and Improvements to give you a great quality product. Warner Home and Improvements, South Erie Street, Mercer. Online at warnerconstruction.com.
The third quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958.
Farrell ready to kick off with a 32-27 lead after the touchdown pass. Get you details in a moment. Kickoff to the sideline and then out of bounds from Jackson. That last drive, Bob?
Last drive was 5 plays, 64 yards, 2 minutes and 13 seconds.
And 17-yard touchdown pass, Cabron Smith to Juju Phillips.
Third touchdown pass of the night for Cabron Smith, and might be his signature play as a quarterback here at Farrell. He's made some good ones. That one was a great one.
And Ursuline's going to elect not to take the ball on the kickoff out of bounds at the 35, but instead to have Farrell re-kick as they move back to the 40 and do it again.
I'd like to welcome our viewers on the Farrell Area School District Athletics YouTube page. A lot of fans have made their way there, and you're enjoying it as much as we are. This has been a game of games here tonight. Has lived up to all the hype and then some.
So Jackson getting set to re-kick. Bernie in the middle of the field at about the 30. And Jackson will boot it, and to his knees to grab it and kill the play was Jaquise Liaison, and he had some room to go, but he went down to both knees, so the ball ends up right at the 35.
So Ursa will take over at the 35 here, trailing again. We've had 8 lead changes here tonight.
Is it going to come down to whoever has the ball last wins in this one?
That conceivably could be the case.
There have been very few stops. A lot of offense in this one. And back end quarterback Jack Erickson, the 6'2 junior, takes the snap, hands to the workhorse. That's Christian Lynch, spins at the 40 and out to about the 42-yard line. Where are we on Lynch's numbers?
I'm just going to update you. He has 31 carries now, 157 yards.
31 carries with 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Snap to Erickson, hand to Lynch, right side, struggling, pushing. He's close to a first down. And he's out near the 44, needs the 45 for the first down. They're about a yard short.
He is clearly in shape, clearly hydrated.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of touches here tonight.
2 receivers right, 1 left. Let's go Lynch again, says Ursuline. That's a first down. It's across the 50-yard line. He's into Farrell territory at the 46. Make it the 47-yard line where they'll spot it. Yeah, Lynch has done the bulk of the reps. We've seen a little bit of Donlow, but not much. 2 receivers right. Here's Lynch again. Up the middle, this time hitting the backfield. Submarining the play was Zaire Thomas. And no gain.
And Zaire Thomas in the backfield there, tripping up Lynch. A rare no-yard pickup for the junior standout for the Ursuline Irish.
Second down and 10. 2 receivers right. H-back to that right side as well. Erickson back to pass. Fires right side, the flat, and dropped. So Darnlow, the H-back, slid out into the flat right side and couldn't hang on to it. Chambers in the area as well defensively.
The Erickson pass intended for Dunlao is incomplete.
So now 3rd down and 10 for Ursuline. 4 minutes to go in the third. What will Coach Dan Reardon dial up here?
2 receivers right, 1 left. Darnlow wing left side. Snap back to Erickson on 3rd and long. Back to pass. Looking, firing over the middle. It's caught. And it's Farrell with the catch. And Farrell, who weaves his way around the official and down to the 31-yard line for a first down.
That'll be a pickup of 15 yards on 3rd and 10. A huge play for the Irish. And we also have an injured Farrell Steeler on the ground.
Kean Wade is down. His trainers will look at him on the first down. And that time the umpire on the play, Jared Grandy, was almost part of the play. As Farrell came just across Grandy, the official in the middle of the field, and then made that catch, and then worked it down to the 31 for the first down.
We'll keep it right here just to make sure. Looks like good news. It looks like it's a cramp. By the way, our thoughts with Bryce Butler, the former Farrell High great, who has been a standout at Westminster College, was taken out of the Westminster game today with severe dehydration. I talked to Bryce via social media. He was in the hospital getting fluids and getting whatever he needs to get better, but he said he definitely felt better.
Yeah, so it was in that 3rd quarter. Bryce starting safety for Westminster, defending on a pass play, and then went down, and it was in the sideline. It was difficult to tell what it was, so I'm glad he's doing better with just the cramps and the dehydration. 1st and 10 here for Ursuline. They trail by 5 to Farrell, 32-27. 1st and 10, handoff Lynch right side, cut back 30, 25, 20, and dives inside the 20-yard line for another big gainer. He'll visit the McCandless-Ford, Mercer, and Meadville red zone yet again.
14 yards here for Lynch. And I don't know if they're doing this on purpose, but they look like they're going right after Jared Grandy, the official. He seems to be in a lot of plays right now.
1st and 10, and a handoff Lynch, and this time Lynch going to get hit in the backfield, tries to break the tackle, but cannot get away. As holding on, and there was Boatwright going to make the play, Jashawn Boatwright.
Gibson there also.
Yep.
And it will be a yard loss on the play.
The ball back to the 20, tip of the football. The front end is on the 20-yard line. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Snap to Erickson. Handoff to Lynch, right side. Lynch to the 15. And Lynch keeps working. He is inside the 15 to about the 14-yard line.
Lynch on the rush.
And it'll be 3rd down.
Maybe even down to the 13, maybe?
Possibly.
Yep.
Let's see when they put it down to the 13-yard line. 3rd down and just about 6 here. 2 backs. There's Darnlow and H-back. Lynch behind him. Snap to Erickson. He's going to keep it. Run left to the 10. Spins at the 5. It is inside the 5. It's going to be 1st down and goal, Ursuline. Boy, you just key on Lynch and Lynch and Lynch and Lynch, and every so often, Erickson, the quarterback, sticks it in the red basket and then pulls it back out, and he ran left for a big 1st down. 1st and goal.
Down to the 4-yard line.
Turn. Handoff. Lynch giving ground, tries to cut back. Flags everywhere as he's down at about the 4. At best, he got the 3-yard line. And we'll see what the flags are.
11th play of the drive for Ursuline. This is their 4th drive of the game of 10 or more plays. They had 40 plays at halftime. They are up to 25 here in the second half in this 3rd quarter.
It's a hold. And that holding penalty to go against Ursuline and march him back.
Big flag there. There's 1st and goal at the 5. It's going to go back to the 14. And just I'll say that again, in case you didn't hear that. Ursuline has run 25 plays in this 3rd quarter alone. Professor Briggs, I know he's listening. He will be impressed with that stat.
2 receivers right, 1 left. Snap to Erickson. Hand off to Lynch. Lynch to the 5, to the 4, to the 2, and the 1 before he's brought down from behind. We'll see where those spot. We're going to say knees spotted down at about the 2.5. Maybe 3rd down and goal.
39th carry of the game for Lynch. He has 201 yards.
Quickly set. Snap Erickson. Hand Lynch. Cut back into the end zone untouched. Touchdown for Christian Lynch. And back on top goes Ursuline.
His 40th carry of the game for Lynch here. We're still in the third quarter, and Ursuline has retaken the lead here, 33-32.
Christian Lynch has scored for the third time. And they have the kicker, McGlure, out there.
Our 9th lead change here of this game. I need a calculator just for the lead changes.
I still got one more finger before you need a calculator. McGlure, extra point goal to the left, has been perfect. Snap is back, and
I think somebody moved. Ursuline moved.
It is procedure.
I think the right guard.
They go back.
And actually, it's a bad break because I think the kick was no good. Did it hit the upright?
Once it got blown dead, I personally didn't follow it. So,
but either way, it doesn't matter because, as you said, the play was blown dead.
We'll check the replay. It did hit the right upright and was no good.
How about that? How about that?
So McGlone to try again. To the left, snap is back. Ball is down, and McGlone's kick this time is up and good. So with 2:01 to go in the third quarter, Ursuline jumps back on top. Ursuline 33. Actually now 34 as they put that point up. 34, Farrell 32. 34-32. Back with more in a moment on Sports Radio 96.7. 7.
Wow, this food is delicious.
Do you know how hard it is to find a bar like V's that has good food?
Or V's. They have great drinks.
And great service.
And big TVs.
And is a great place to stop before and after the games.
No matter how you call it, V's or V's, when you're out with friends or looking for a place to stop before or after the games, V's Pub and Grill is the place for you. Open Tuesdays through Saturday with happy hour from 4:30 to 6:30. V's Pub and Grill, East State Street in Hermitage.
The third quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958.
2-yard touchdown run by Christian Lynch, his 8th of the year, his 3rd of the game, on his 40th carry with 2:01 to go in the third quarter. McGlone with a point after. It's Ursuline 34. It's Farrell 32.
And just
13 plays, 65 yards, and just 3:16.
And just to give you an idea, going into this game, Lynch had only 34 carries in the first 2 games.
Well, he hasn't had to play much time with the Mercy in the first 2 games. So this is the longest game here for the starters of Ursuline. Squib kick. We'll roll and roll. Picked up by Chambers at the 30. Now trying to turn it outside to get a wall. 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Sideline 40. It's a split. 30, 20, 10. Hello, end zone. Brandon Chambers. Farrell with another kick return score.
No flags. It's a touchdown. And Farrell has retaken the lead here on a spectacular play by Brandon Chambers. We'll get the yardage on that.
81 yards on the kick return for Brandon Chambers.
Oh my goodness.
And that was the squib. They tried to squib, it didn't matter. And Chambers was actually kind of patient on the return because they wanted that return right. And Farrell had set up a wall. Samuels had a great seal block near side. And a second kickoff return for a touchdown for Farrell in this second half. And Farrell back on top. Bob, how many lead changes do we have now?
That is the 10th lead change.
Now it's calculator time. You are plumb out of fingers. Going to go for 2 with Farrell with a 38-34 lead. 4 receivers in the set. Snap to Smith. Smith looks, fires, right side, diving, but not getting in. He made the catch, but he didn't get into the end zone. And that's Kylon Wilson, so just a little bit short. Able to make the catch, but had to slide to get it and could not get into the end zone because once you're down, you're down. Couldn't roll over. The conversion fails, and it's Farrell, 38, Ursuline, 34. Back with more in a moment. Your home for high school football. Sports Radio, 96.7.
Before considering investing in a variable annuity, you may want to make sure that you're exhausting the contribution limits of your 401k, IRA, or other qualified retirement plan. In the end, variable annuities are really a value judgment. Call Dave Cash Dollar or Tim Cash Dollar to evaluate whether a variable annuity is right for you at 724-458-5233. Or stop in at 115 Erie Street, Grove City, PA 16127. Registered representatives offering securities through Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC, member FINRA SIPC. Dave Cashdollar also offers advisory services through Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Cashdollar & Associates, LLC is not a subsidiary nor controlled by Cetera Advisor Networks.
The third quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958.
81 yards in the kickoff return by Brandon Chambers. Farrell will get up by 4. Here's Jermaine Jackson and Farrell to kick off. Middle of the field. Grabbed up here by Liaison at the 35. 40 slips a tackle. He's out near midfield and he's into Farrell territory.
And that will be down to the Farrell, about 47. A couple Farrell, and there's also a flag down.
There's a flag back at the 37. 2 Farrell Steelers slow to get up. At Boatwright and Gibson were both face down. They're up and off now. And it's a hold on Ursuline. And we're going back. I think I've been looking in the stats, and I'm going to double check now, but I think Liaison had grabbed that kick. He had a 73-yard return already this year at one point.
Chambers, of course, had a 83-yard touchdown return last week, Mark, against Northeast.
2 games in a row with a touchdown return. Yeah, Liaison who grabbed that one, that kick return. Return one 73 yards already this year, not for a touchdown, but he's had a big return, and that almost broke, but it wouldn't matter. Would have come back via the penalty.
So Ursuline will start at their own 27-yard line. Farrell leading 38-34.
Erickson. Oh, hand. No, fumble football. Farrell's on it. It was a fake handoff. He kept it, and the ball was out, and Farrell recovers inside the 30. Flags flying everywhere now, but Farrell has the football out of the pile as Malachi Owens, and then a big scrum afterwards.
Yeah,
but it's Farrell ball.
Erickson and went for the ball. Owens had it, and then it looked like he wouldn't stop. So there was flags everywhere. Farrell looks like they were recovered at the 29-yard line of Ursuline.
And then we'll sort out any penalties to see if we have one side, both sides, or what we have on a penalty. But it is a turnover. Erickson looked like he had given the ball into the breadbasket, as he had many times to Lynch. And when he pulled it out, the ball popped into the air. And then a scrum for the ball.
So let's see what the officials figure out here. The ball's sitting right now at the 29. Dead ball on sportsmanlike conduct against Farrell.
So it is Farrell's ball.
So that's going to only go against Farrell, so that'll be a 15-yard penalty, and that will move him back to the 44-yard line.
So recovery to 29, and then penalty to the 44 of Ursuline.
So
Ursuline's out there all the time on offense. Run and play, run and play, run and play, run and play. Farrell just short drives, couple plays, kick return for a touchdown. And they're back out there on offense.
Second turnover of the game for Ursuline, none bigger than that. Farrell now with the ball on a 4-point lead, 1:33 to go in this third quarter.
And Farrell will go with 4 wides in the set. Cabron Smith, now it's 5 wides. Empty set for Cabron Smith. 3 receivers right, 2 left. Cabron Smith. Samuels in motion behind him. And the snap goes to Samuels. He'll keep it on a direct snap, fake a handoff to Smith, and then run it to the 41. So they motioned Smith into the backfield. He actually took the snap and then faked a handoff and ran it for about 3.
So 2nd and 7 now for Farrell. Ball sitting at the 41, got 3 on that first down.
And clock with 1:06 to go, running here, third quarter. Farrell on top, 38-34.
Boy, this is a golden opportunity for Farrell to take a 2-score lead here if they can get this ball into the end zone.
3 receivers left. Odom, Wilson, and Samuels. To the right side, Juju Phillips. And the snap to Smith. Option, fakes, cut back run, 40, spins, 35, and dives for what looks like a possible first down to maybe the 33. And it is a first down, the chains are moving. That was a nifty run.
And we haven't seen many option plays by Farrell. That one worked.
Just to fake the option, yeah, they had him leaning, and it's just a great run. Keeping it and not pitching it was Smith.
Clock down to 20 seconds. Do not know if Farrell needs to run a play. I think they're going to run it anyways.
And now Coach Pegame says no, so they're not going to run the play. No need to. The back judge doesn't have a hand up, and the clock's down to 3 seconds. So we've played 3, and it's been a lot of fun. After 3, it is Farrell 38 and Ursuline 34. Back with the 4th, and we return on your home for high school football, Sports Radio 96.7.
Okay, class. Today we're discussing what does a roof mean to you?
It means that I don't get rained on when I'm inside.
It means I can play my music loud and the neighbors can't hear it.
It allows my family to safely shelter in place.
It means that we can be protected from outside germs.
It's where we can dance through the quarantine. To me, a roof means a home.
The Penn Ohio Roofing and Siding Group can help keep your family safe now more than ever. Go to PennOhioRC.com to start your installation today.
If you're thinking about a move to a senior living community where you can receive help with daily living, consider the Heritage or the Ridgewood at St. Paul's in Greenville, Pennsylvania. The Heritage and the Ridgewood are personal care residences offering private apartments with as much assistance as you need. Plus, services like meals, housekeeping, transportation, and social and spiritual programs. Call today for more information. 724-588-7610. St. Paul's provides equal housing opportunities.
The 4th quarter is brought to you by Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer.
All right, 1st and 10 for Farrell. And the ball on the 33-yard line of Ursuline. Fake to Smith. Keeper up. Now that's Chambers actually up the middle on a run. Runs over a man at the 30 and stays on his feet. Down to the 27-yard line.
Yeah, power running there by Brandon Chambers. Farrell, the 10 lead changes. Farrell up by 4, trying to take advantage of a huge Ursuline turnover. And they can do that. They could go up by 2 scores here. And that would be huge. This Ursuline team, as good as advertised, ranked #1 in Ohio in Division III.
And they've just moved up to Division III, Division IV state championship game a year ago. 2 receivers right for Farrell. 2 tight ends on 2nd down. We'll call about 3, maybe 4 here. 2 tight ends in the set. Smith takes the snap, gives to Wilson, right side cut back at the 25 to the 20. First down there, the 15-yard line. On another power run, speed and power for Kylon Wilson, moving the chains.
13 yards for Kylon Wilson.
And a move into the McCandless Ford Mercer and Meadville red zone.
And now we have a stoppage of action. I believe we have an injury. Yes. Who was down? Cramp. We'll keep it here.
It might have been Kylon Wilson after the run.
And I think you're right. And we saw some of this last week in the Northeast game with Farrell. Coach Pegame was not happy in the postgame and talked about his team getting into better condition. It hasn't been really bad tonight. It's been very humid.
Was the line something like, don't even bring your helmets on Monday?
Correct.
We have some running to do after last weekend. This is the kind of game, Bob, that you could be hydrated, but there have been so many plays run, and there are so many players playing both ways, and it has been one of those fast games that the time in between plays is minimal on both sides, and then you think you might get a break on special teams. Well, you're the kick return, and you're running 100 yards for a touchdown, so not a lot of breaks out there for anybody. And will it come down to condition? It just might. Will everybody be able to make it through this game? So Kylon Wilson definitely cramping up. He's on his feet. He started to run off the field. And now he's slowed considerably as he wanted to run and then tightened up again.
And that's not good because he's not going to be on the field now for Farrell. He's definitely in some pain. So Farrell will have it first down at the Ursuline 14, 11:02 to go. Farrell leads 38-34.
First and 10. We'll see how long Wilson will be out. They'll stay with the 2 tight end set with Owens and Wade, both right in there as well. And it's a handoff to Chamber, tries to bounce it to the outside and going to lose yardage on the play.
He'll lose a couple on that play. And looking at Kylon Wilson right now, he's still being looked at on the sidelines. Does not look like he's going to be coming back in.
He's rolling the hamstrings here on the near side. Second down. Now about 12. Farrell leading 38-34. Down to the 16-yard line of Ursuline. Smith looks to the sideline for a play call. 3 receivers to the near side. 1 receiver to the far side. Back in the set is Chambers. Smith takes the snap. Looks left. Rolls left. Fires near side, incomplete. Intended for Odom. Boy, Odom then thrown down after the whistle. The Farrell coaches wanted a penalty, and it really could have been one, as Odom, the whistle had clearly blown, and then Odom got tackled on the near side right into the Farrell bench.
And the issue was that the play was dead. Odom picked up the ball and started running with it, and Ursuline players, thinking, okay, maybe it's not dead, but the whistle wasn't loud enough. They ended up tackling him, but it was clearly not a completed pass. On the play, Smith gets drilled by Charles. He's okay, but now third down and 12 for Farrell at the 16-yard line.
Kylon Wilson back in there, slot right side. 2 receivers to the left. Third down and 12 from the 16. Cabron Smith. Shotgun set. Wilson comes in motion. Jet sweep pitch to Wilson. Try to spin outside. Grabbed and pulled down. It's a loss back near the 25. Farrell bench hoping for a face mask call. That's not coming. As Wilson spun down.
The referee was right there, had the best angle of anybody. So apparently it was not a face mask. It will be a loss of 9 yards. It'll be fourth down now and long for Farrell.
Big defensive play there by Isaac Lucas.
It looked like it was from our angle, but as I said, the official was right there. Could not have had a better angle.
2 receivers right. Now 3 receivers right, and which is now fourth down and 21. They can get a first down on the 5-yard line. Smith back to pass. And Smith runs to his left, now runs back to his right, now in big trouble and flipped it out of bounds.
It doesn't matter.
It matters where the ball is. That's for sure.
It's going to be incomplete pass.
Yeah, if they call it incomplete pass and don't call any kind of grounding, the ball kind of almost flipped it behind his back and out of bounds.
So Ursuline will take over at the Farrell at their own 25-yard line. Could have been intentional grounding there. There was no flag. So either way, it will be Ursuline ball, and they make a big stop. There's a talk about it a little bit.
Coach Reardon wants it to be something else.
And that's what he is talking about. He is on the field screaming that, because basically Smith threw the ball behind his back, out of bounds, behind the line of scrimmage. Either way, it'll be Ursuline ball at their own 25 with 9:05 to go. Farrell leads 38-34. Huge stop.
Yeah, big Farrell turnover on downs.
A huge stop by Ursuline. Farrell had all the momentum after the turnover. Could have went up 2 scores. Now Ursuline will get a chance here to maybe retake the lead.
And that little break on the sideline. Erickson will hand to Lynch. And Lynch up the middle. And run to about the 34-yard line. Now Lynch, who's well over 40 carries, does not play on the defensive side of the ball.
That's his 41st carry. 206 yards, 3 touchdowns for Lynch.
Larry Phillips out wide right, 3 receivers left, back to pass Erickson. Erickson now in trouble, gets away from Wade, and now fires it up the field. Big hit, ball's out, Farrell's got it! The pass was complete to Lynch. The ball came out, what's the call?
I don't know, there's no signal right now by the officials.
That was a catch, that was a hit, now they say incomplete. Wow!
That was a bang-bang play, and a Farrell player is down.
Wow, that was a catch.
Looking at the replay.
Wow.
Very close call there.
He caught, took a back step, and then turned, then got hammered, ball out, but they'll call it incomplete. There was discussion.
Did he make a football play? That's a bang-bang.
For high school, there's no way to review. You go with the call, it's third down. It's third down and about 7 here. But that walked Lynch, though, and he's out of the game. Donlow in there now. 3 receivers left. 1 to the right. Erickson, inside handoff. They tried a little trickery, and on the inside handoff, they try to get the ball to Bernie, and he's pulled down right away for no gain. Maybe a loss on the play, and it's a punting situation for Ursuline.
And that was Zaire Thomas with the big play on the defensive side. What a wild game here tonight. Clock is running. We're getting close to 8 minutes to go.
Is this just the second punt?
This would be Ursuline's first punt.
First punt?
Farrell's had 1 punt, so it would be the second punt
of the game. But first for Ursuline, Manning back to punt. And dangerous returners for Farrell. Wilson and Samuels back, and now we get a timeout. Timeout Farrell. Timeout Farrell. We'll take the break. 7:49 to go. 38-34. Farrell on top of Ursuline. We're back with more in a moment on Sports Radio 96.7.
My car does more than take me from here to there. And I expect my insurance to do more too. That's why I chose my agent and Erie Insurance. They offer first accident forgiveness and the service I deserve at a price I can afford.
Your Erie agent in Hermitage is Reinhardt's Insurance. Get a quote at 724-342-2291.
Erie Insurance services are provided by one or more of the following insurers: Erie Insurance Company, Erie Insurance Property and Casualty Company, or Flagship City Insurance Company, home offices Erie, Pennsylvania, or Erie Insurance Company of New York, home offices Rochester, New York, an equal opportunity insurer.
The fourth quarter is brought to you by Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter install.
So it's a 4th down for Ursuline. They've got the ball on the 25-yard line. So 4th down and 10. They had Manning back to punt. Wilson and Samuels to return for Farrell.
And this is danger zone. If you're Dan Reardon, you know you don't want to kick it to either one of those guys.
They lined up to punt once before, and they didn't even get the punt off. I think that's what happened that previous time. And they turned it over on downs. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Snap back to Manning. Little rugby-style kick to his right. End-over-end kick that bounces, and Farrell's going to let it roll. As it was between the returners, it's down at the 30-yard line. So Farrell football back at their own 30 to start the drive with 7:41 to go.
And Dan Reardon and Ursuline fans exhale there because they could not return that kick. 7:41 to go. Farrell with the ball at their own 30, leading 38-34.
I know after watching that Pitt game on Thursday, you're a big fan of that rugby-style kicking.
No, I'm not.
It's okay when it works, and it worked that time to get the ball between the returners on a low-line drive.
It happened again today in one of the big games. Same exact thing. Yeah, somebody got blocked.
Phillips wide right, 3 receivers to the near side. Farrell with a lead of 38-34. Cabron Smith, the quarterback, hands to Chambers up the middle. And Chambers pushes forward to about the 34-yard line, maybe the 35. We'll see where they spot it. Maybe get him right at that 35-yard line for a gain of about 5. 2nd down and 5.
You made a point, it was a good one about Ursuline. Both of their games have been mercy rule games.
Yeah.
So you wonder how much of their starters have played minute-wise so far. We know Farrell had a mercy rule game last week. 5-yard pickup, 2nd and 5 now for Farrell.
3 receivers will go to the right for Farrell. 1 near side is Odom. pistol set as Chambers is deep, and now he'll move up beside Cabron Smith, the quarterback, on 2nd down and 5 from the 35. Handoff Chambers up the middle, and Chambers will work his way to about the 38-yard line. Submarine there. Maybe 3rd down and short for Farrell.
Here comes a big play now for Farrell. 3rd and 2. Get a first down, move the chains. Clock is now winding down to 6:35 and counting. You don't want to give the ball back to Ursuline if you can help it.
A huge play call here, and possibly even here, still 2 down territory.
That would be an all-time gamble.
Yeah.
If Farrell doesn't get this first down, they would go for it inside their own 40, but first things first.
Right. 3 receivers right. Chambers to the right of Smith, takes the snap, give to Chambers. Actually, that's Wilson on the run. Wilson with the first down. So it was Wilson the back. He powers through. Big first down run across the 45 and out to the 47-yard line where they'll spot the ball, and a power run for Kylon Wilson as he ran from the shotgun position for a big 7-yard first down.
Yeah, big run there for Kylon Wilson. An offensive line definitely getting better for Farrell. I think Anthony Jackson, left tackle, has played a solid game.
And Darnell LaCamera was in there on that play as an extra blocker.
Malachi Green, Brian Phillips. These guys have definitely gotten better and making some ink blocks here tonight.
Wilson in the backfield again as Chambers will be one of 3 receivers to the right side. Extra tight end on the left side is Kean Wade. Smith in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Takes the snap, gives to Wilson, hit and dropped. Knifing through and making a big defensive play was Michael Branch off the edge, and I think Wilson cramping up again.
And he will lose about 5 yards in the play. And I think Dan Reardon wanted a timeout, but didn't need to call one.
And we'll take the break via the injury. And we'll be back in a moment. It's 38-34. Farrell leading Ursuline, and we're back with more in a moment on your home for high school football sports radio 96.7.
In 1973, something wonderful happened in Sharpsville. That's when Lock, Stock, and Barrel opened their doors and served their first of now over 3 million giant submarine sandwiches. They still serve 42 whole subs on 15-inch buns. Lock, Stock, and Barrel also offers burgers, specialty sandwiches, wraps, gyros, salads, wings, and even breakfast. Call 724-962-5503. Lock, Stock, and Barrel, proud sponsors of the Sub of the Game and Play of the Game.
The 4th quarter is brought to you by Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer.
All right, we're back here at Farrell. Mark Slazak with Bob Greenberg. A newly dedicated Pegues Sports Complex tonight. And it's been a festive night, a huge crowd, and a great football game between Ohio Power Ursuline and Pennsylvania Power Farrell. And it's a 38-34 Farrell lead with 5:14 to go. Farrell has the football. Kylon Wilson still getting cramps worked on out on the field. So,
yeah, and this is bad news because if you're Farrell, you want him on the field as much as possible. And he's going to have to come off the field for at least one play, but even then, the multiple cramping issues is not good as we go down the stretch.
So they will get him up. And he comes off very stiff-legged. He's been a workhorse. Playing virtually every down, special teams, and only really the downs he's only missed is when he's been off the field with the cramping. So he's trying to walk it off. 2nd and 15.
2nd and 15 for Farrell at their own 42. They lead 38-34. 5:14 to go in this game.
Samuels is beside Cabron Smith, so that means they could snap the ball to either guy. Bunch of 3 on the right side. They will snap to Samuels. He will run to the right and gets a block. He's at the 45 to the 50, and just an ankle tackle out there stopped him from going the distance as he's pulled down on the Ursuline side of the field at about the 48-yard line.
Yeah, about 10-yard run for Samuels. You're right, he was close.
He was so close.
Now it's 3rd down.
Ankle tackle. I think that was Charles who got him by the ankles to knock him down. So 3rd down.
Could be 4-down territory for Farrell here as they're in Ursuline territory at their 48.
They're in the long 5. A bunch receivers to the near side. Again, snap to Samuels, now running to the near side. Samuels bottled up there, nowhere to go, and going to get pulled down for a loss on the play of about 4 yards. And Ursuline going to take a timeout.
We'll keep it here just for this moment. But big play there. So Farrell will lose 3 yards on that run.
And run the punt team out.
As they wanted to try to get the different look. Samuels has worked here on multiple runs. But that time, Ursuline was prepared for it and just bottled up Samuels. And Farrell will punt it away here, looks like, with 4:16 to go, Mark, with a 4-point lead. So twice now in this second half, Farrell's had the ball in a 4-point lead and not able to add more points on.
Twice in this 4th quarter.
Correct.
And we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 scores in the 3 quarters. And we've had nothing here in the 4th.
And that timeout by Ursuline, their first. They have 2 remaining. Farrell also with 2 remaining. And it's been
and Farrell will be in punt formation here.
And I would have to believe the way Farrell's played, especially defensively lately, that there's no way you're going to gamble. You're going to punt this thing away, make Ursuline. They have not had any really big plays. I'm looking at their stats here, Mark. Their longest play tonight was a 17-yard run. So they've had a lot of plays, 10, 12, 13. But so if they're going to score here a touchdown, they're going to have to drive the length of the field. And I think Phil feels pretty good about their defense.
Snap is back. Bernie is deep to return. Samuels gets a great kick away. Bernie takes it at the 18-yard line and gets nailed at the 20.
Who was
Ian Wade.
Yes.
Big number 11.
And you don't want Bernie getting into open space.
No.
So great special teams tackle by Wade. So Ursuline will take over at their 20, trailing by 4, 4:11 to go in the game.
Farrell has been known as much for their defense as they have been for their offense the last few years, and the defense is, they're on board right now. Here you go.
And
it's their turn.
We talked about this earlier. It felt like it was going to come down to the final drive one way or another. Farrell makes a stop. They could win. Ursuline can score. They could win.
Going to send 3 receivers to the right. One of them includes an offensive lineman. Farrell back to pass, fires deep over the middle for the quarterback, Erickson, who was running out, and the ball knocked away at the 50. So they changed all around. They brought Farrell, who was a quarterback last year. He tried to throw it to the quarterback this year, streaking down the field, and if it wasn't for a nice defensive play, he was open. He had some room right on that big F at the middle of the field here at Farrell, but 2 defenders there to knock it away.
Farrell did not seem too surprised by it, but Erickson now back at quarterback.
4 receivers in the set. 2nd and 10. Erickson back to throw. Fires near side, nearly intercepted. A perfect break on the ball by Gibson. And the receiver in the area kind of reached over but helped knock it in. It was intended for Bernie on that near side, but oh, what a play by Gibson.
So it is 3rd down now at 10 for Ursuline at their own 20.
It was actually intended that time for Larry Phillips, who able to use those long arms to reach over Gibson and knock it away. 3rd and 10. Snap to Erickson. Pressure coming. Pass into the flat. Caught and advancing out to about the 28-yard line.
That was D.C. Farrell?
Yep. D.C. Farrell on the catch. We're going to put this football down.
It's going to be 4th and about 2 here.
4th and 2. They're going to go here. Huge play. 3:41 to go in the game. 3 receivers right. Erickson. Hands off. Lynch first down and a lot more. 40, 50, off to the races. 40. Wilson has an angle on him and will knock him down before he scores at about the 10-yard line.
64-yard run by Lynch. Wilson with the touchdown save and tackle. But Ursuline now inside the Mercer and Meadville red zone. They'll mark the ball right about the 9.
It was 4th down and 2. And a big run by Lynch. And now Ursuline in business.
3:21 to go. Now they don't have to hurry.
First and goal from the 9. And the handoff to Donlow, who checks in. 5, 4, 3, powers, touchdown, Ursuline.
Donlow goes in from 9 yards out, and Ursuline has retaken the lead here, 40-38. Oh my goodness!
Tyreek Donlow powering in for the score to give Ursuline a 40-38 lead. And it looks like they're, let's see if they're going for 2 or 1 here. They've got the kicker.
It was 4th and 2 at their own 38. One play maybe to win it, and then Lynch able to break out with his biggest run. I just said they had no big plays.
Go to the right. Erickson to hold. Snap is back. And McLaurin with the kick. And it's wide right, no good. So a kick, no good. That time by James McLaurin. And it's a 2-point game. So it's Ursuline, 40. It's Farrell, 38. And there's 3:11 to go. We're back. Fantastic finish yet ahead. Stay with us. Your home for high school football. Sports Radio 96.7.
This past winter, your roof may have found itself under siege from damaging ice, snow, harsh winds, and frozen tree branches all pounded it. Now, the snow is gone, and time to assess whether or not your roof is in need of repair or replacement.
Since 1958, Warner Homes and Improvements in Mercer have made dreams come true with quality remodeling services, superior customer care, and direct from the manufacturer price savings. For a quality roofing job done quickly and professionally, with expert craftsmanship and top materials, you'll be glad you chose Warner Homes and Improvements. Call Warner Homes and Improvements in Mercer today. Quality you can trust. Warner Homes and Improvements have over 50 years of experience working with all types of roofs and is Owens Corning preferred contractor. Warner's has a 50-year roof warranty, the best of its kind in the business. You can depend on Warner's Homes and Improvements to give you a great quality product. Warner Home and Improvements, South Erie Street, Mercer. Online at warnerconstruction.com.
The fifth quarter show is brought to you by O'Neill Coffee.
Not quite the fifth quarter yet. It's the fourth quarter
is brought to you by Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer.
There we go. Fourth quarter, 40-38.
We don't want this game to end.
Ursuline leads. Squib kick. Will bounce, will roll. There's a penalty. Chambers eventually grabbed it. Farrell's got 2 kick returns for touchdowns in this second half. Wilson with 95. Chambers with 81. And we had procedure on Ursuline. How about these numbers, Bob? 42 carries, 269 for Christian Lynch in this game. And he had that big 63-yard run that set up the Donlow touchdown.
Ursuline has run 74 plays tonight.
And they'll back up 5 and kick off again.
Farrell's run 43. 75 plays for Ursuline, 43 for Farrell. Farrell will get the ball here. 3:11 to go, trailing by 2. And
3 returners. Wilson, Chambers, and Samuels. Samuels the only one that doesn't have a touchdown yet. Might as well kick it to him and give him a turn, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Here's the kick, a squib, a high bouncer taken by an up man at the 40-yard line and brought down immediately.
And Ursuline will take that.
Yeah, that was Juju Phillips. So Phillips at the 40, Farrell offense out there. 3:09 to go. Is this the last drive? Is this what we had said, maybe whoever has it last?
With that missed extra point, Farrell down 2 now. So that does open up the possibility, if they have no other choice, could they maybe try to kick a field goal to win it? Still a long way to go, but just something to put in the back of your mind.
Have they kicked the field goal since their state championship winning field goal?
I don't think so.
3 receivers left, 1 to the right. That was 2019. Back to pass. Smith looking. Now rolling left. Now firing down the field. Caught by Kylon Wilson. Runs over a man at the 40. And he's going to be stacked up there as everybody. They actually did whip the ball out, but did he call him down?
think he was down. Yes, he was.
They called the stop. I don't know if he was down, but they called the progress stopped. They eventually did get the ball out at the 40-yard line. First down catch. 20 the chains.
20 yards there for Wilson. Yeah,
good patience.
The ball did come out as Wilson was fighting hard, but it was down apparently by progress, so it'll be filled down to the Ursuline 40.
Wilson, Samuels, Phillips right, Odom left. Chambers the back in the set with Smith, 1st and 10 from the Ursuline 40-yard line. And Smith, straight drop, rolls left, now rolls right, giving ground all the way back to the 40-yard line, and now fires it out of bounds.
And there's a discussion right now. These officials now are going to talk, and there was nobody in vicinity. This could be intentional grounding, and I think it's going to be. Oh my goodness! The ball never made it to the line of scrimmage, and that is basically the rule of thumb there. He had to throw the ball away past the line of scrimmage, and that did not happen.
The line of scrimmage is the 40-yard line of Ursuline. And he threw it out of bounds and around his own 45.
So a disaster there for Farrell. So the ball goes.
You lose it down.
And you lose it down as well.
They put the ball back at the 40-yard line of Farrell.
It says second down.
They had a first down, so.
Correct. There you go. You're right.
The down counts and the penalty. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Snap to Smith. Straight drop, pressure coming. Up the middle, fires down the field, tipped and incomplete. Flag does come in, so they may get an interference call here. Yeah. Coming in to make the defensive play was Luke Kolar as he came contact with Samuels as the ball got there. And then the ball came in with a flag from the back judge.
And Dan Reardon, he's indicating the ball was tipped. So it should have been interference, and the Ursuline coaches are screaming right now. And they're going to call pass interference against Ursuline. So it'll be
15 yards.
It will not be a first down.
No. No automatic first down, just move the 15.
So the ball moved back to the Ursuline 45 now with 2:22 to go.
This makes it a little bit more manageable.
What a crazy series of plays here for Farrell.
2nd and 15. Now, Farrell hasn't had a lot of opportunities, Bob, where they have been forced to pass the ball. And these last couple plays when they're now kind of forced to pass the ball, a lot of pressure coming from the big 4 linemen. And the blitzer as well. Back to pass, big blitz coming. They flip out a screen, and it's read quickly, and down is Chambers as Branch is there to make a big play. As soon as Chambers made the catch, Smith had no option. He had to get rid of the ball quickly as they were all over us.
He will lose 3 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd down now and 18 for Farrell. They're at the Ursuline 48. Clock is under 2 minutes to go. That was just a well-read defensive play by the Irish. They brought everybody and then covered the one option that Cabron Smith had.
Starting to rain a little bit. Umbrellas popping up here at Farrell. 3 receivers right, 1 left. 3rd down and about 18 to go here. Farrell at their own 47-yard line. And a timeout taken. Timeout Ursuline. We'll do the same. 1:34 to go. Farrell looking at a 3rd down and 17. We'll just keep it here.
And just looking at the weather map, we have been lucky all night long, avoiding everything. It looks like just a few showers. Does not look like anything that should cause any problems. Not that I'm a weather person, but
you could look at radar.
I could look at the apps. So 1:34 to go. Farrell, first off, needs a first down. They need 18 yards to get that. And then they will need at least a touchdown. I can't imagine they'll kick a field goal. But after the way this game has been played out, nothing would surprise me.
So you can use 2 plays if you need to, but you need the 18 yards. 3rd down, 18. Throw the ball on their own at 47-yard line. 4 receivers in the set. Cabron Smith, the quarterback. 3 rushers. They'll throw a boatload of players deep. Pressure coming. Smith, deep, sideline pass and catch. Made. Samuels down to the 35-yard line.
He'll be 5 yards short.
5 yards short of the first down. Maybe even mark it at the 34.
Got 14 on the play.
And a relatively quick pattern. And just as Smith got rid of it, he got hit.
And the clock stopped as Samuels went out of bounds. So it's 4th down now and 4 for Farrell. 1:30 to go. They need the first down or the game is going to be over.
Big play of the last drive. And Ursuline's go-ahead drive was a big 4th down play. It turned into a 63-yard run. Farrell needs to answer that. 4 wides in the set. Minute 30 to go. Snap to Smith. Smith looks. Smith is running. Fires. First down catch. Phillips at the 20-yard line. Down to the 19. Because of defenders all around him, Smith had to sidearm that one down the field. And Juju Phillips with a big catch.
Down to the 19. 15-yard pickup. We're down to 1:15 to go. Clock is running. Another sensational play by Cabron Smith as Farrell has entered the Campbell's Ford, Mercer, and Meadville red zone.
Ball on the 19-yard line. 1st and 10. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Smith back to pass. Looking left. Runs up and now dumps it left side. Caught by Chambers. Makes a man miss. He's inside the 10 and out of bounds.
Ursuline coaches are saying that Smith was over the line of scrimmage. They were screaming, and right now there's no indication there's going to be a flag on this play. The ball is going to be out where? At about the 10?
Put it right at the 10. We're going to call it first down and goal. No. You still need about another yard for the first down, so change that. It is 2nd down and about a yard here.
Clock is stopped at 54 seconds.
3 receivers bunched to the right side. And what do we got? Timeout? And we do have a timeout. Timeout taken by Ursuline. We'll take timeout as well. It is Farrell trailing Ursuline. Ursuline 40, Farrell 38. Farrell at the 11-yard line going in. 54 seconds to go. Let's see what happens when we come back on your home for high school football sports radio 96.7.
Your car loan too expensive? Would you like to lower your rate and your monthly payment amount? Refinance and save now at the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. The sooner you refinance, the more money you save. And for a limited time, Grove City Area Federal Credit Union will pay you up to $100 cash for every loan you bring to them. Visit the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union or online at gcafcu.org. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking but better. Equal opportunity lender. Federally insured by NCUA.
The 4th quarter is brought to you by Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer.
54 seconds to go. It's a 40-38 Ursuline lead. Farrell knocking on the door. They've got a 2nd down and 1 from the 10-yard line of Ursuline. Cabron Smith has 3 receivers right, 1 to the left.
Farrell has 2 timeouts remaining.
And Ursuline is out of timeouts. Smith takes the snap, and he runs it straight up the middle. And Smith is to the 5. He's got a first down. They'll hold him up there and try to rip the ball out. The officials will call him dead. We'll call it the 6-yard line. 1st and goal from the 6. Oh, a smart play call by Farrell right there as the linemen have really teed off and really blitzed the quarterback and rushed the quarterback, so they have the ability to get up the middle. We got time out of the action. We'll just keep it here.
Farrell has called their 2nd timeout. And they're down to,
go ahead.
They're down to the 6-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal at the 6 with the 1 timeout remaining. And this incredible night is coming down to a fantastic finish.
We're going to have a lot of football games that are like a basketball game. And this is what this has been like. The back and forth of a basketball game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 13 scores in the game.
And what, 10 lead changes?
We're over 10.
I lost track.
Because Ursuline went ahead, then we have to be at least 11, right?
Either way, we're going to find out if there's one more lead change. If it does, Farrell's going to win this game. They have it at the 6-yard line. 1st and goal. 48 seconds to go. Farrell with 1 timeout remaining. Look for Kylon Wilson here.
Kylan will line up in the backfield to the right of Smith. Chambers to the left. Samuels, the lone receiver, wide left. Double tight ends in the set. Smith, hands, Wilson, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and he's in! And Farrell's ahead on a Kylan Wilson touchdown run.
Kylan, there's a flag! There's a flag on the play. Oh no, right in front of on the Farrell sideline. I couldn't see it.
At the 9-yard line.
I think it's going to come back. Oh my, I think.
Clock at 44 seconds. Coach Pegues out on the field to find out what that call is.
Procedure against Farrell. The touchdown will come off the board. It's Farrell's 11th flag of the game.
We have a formation issue.
Could be a formation issue, yes. So the ball goes back to the 11 now.
So Farrell had the go-ahead touchdown and erase that. Clear that from your mind. And they'll try again now back from the 11-yard line. Clock at 44 seconds.
LeBron Smith, 211 yards passing tonight.
Double tight end. H-back left. No wideouts in the set. Smith, hands, Wilson up the middle, pushing the pile, gets inside the 10 to about maybe the 8-yard line. Clock to 35 seconds.
And Farrell only has one timeout. They don't want to use it here, but they have to hurry. The ball's at the 8, so just, I think the ball, maybe this, yeah, the ball's at the 8, so 3 yards there for Wilson. Farrell's got to hurry. The clock is down to 21.
20 seconds to go. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Smith rolls right now, spins back to his left, being chased and fires. End zone, tip, and incomplete. It was tipped and nearly caught in the end zone. Juju Phillips in the end zone said, "I had it." The official signal, incomplete.
And Smith once again getting out of all kind of trouble. So now we are down to 8 seconds to go.
It was tipped. They might have hit off the hands of a defender, then maybe off the hands of Wilson. Clock down to 8 seconds.
And this unbelievable game is coming down to the final 8 seconds here.
With 3rd down. If they don't get it here in this time, there's a possibility even for a field goal. Who knows? 4 wides in the set. Snap to Smith. Being pressured. Smith hit and sacked. Ball's out. Hit and sacked back at the 19-yard line.
He's got to call timeout.
Clock will stop for a moment.
And Smith gets...
He got slammed to the turf.
Slammed to the turf. The ball's at the 20. Smith getting up slowly. So whose ball is it?
I think he went down and the ball came out when he hit the turf. Timeout Farrell. It's Farrell ball.
Okay.
It goes all the way back to the 20-yard line, so that pretty much takes away maybe what we thought, maybe that inkling of a field goal chance if they would have been close. But it doesn't feel that way now.
No, there's no chance now. So it's going to come down to this final play. And that time, Cabron Smith tried to make another move out of pressure, but Ursuline had 2 of their big studs up front, and they really took Smith to the ground. I think his helmet even popped out after he landed, and it looks like he's okay. That's the good news.
Yeah, he's up and back in there.
So Farrell's going to have 1 play to go here. They need to score a touchdown to win it. They have no timeouts remaining, and the game will end barring a penalty.
With the helmet coming off, and the timeout gives him 1 more play.
And I think
he doesn't have to come out.
That may be what Coach Reardon is asking the officials. Does he have to come out because of that? But they did call the timeout, so Cabron Smith can stay on the field. Here we go, final play.
It's 4th down, 3 seconds to go. Ball back to the 20-yard line. Do or die for Farrell. 3 receivers right, 2 to the left. Shotgun for Smith. Takes the snap. Steps up in the pocket. Hit and sack. Couldn't do anything with it. Great pressure. And he'll go down at the 25-yard line. Branch was there. Tyreek Darlow was there. And Ursuline comes away with a win in this fantastic game.
One of the most amazing games you'll ever see. And it went down to the final play. Nothing to be ashamed about for the Farrell Steelers. as they battled the Ohio powerhouse and fall just short here tonight, 40-38.
We'll take a break. We're back with postgame when we return. Final Ursuline 40, Farrell 38. On your home for high school football, Sports Radio 96.7.
I can afford.
Your Erie agent in Hermitage is Reinhardt's Insurance. Get a quote at 724-342-2291.
Erie Insurance services are provided by one or more of the following insurers: Erie Insurance Company, Erie Insurance Property and Casualty Company, or Flagship City Insurance Company, home offices Erie, Pennsylvania, or Erie Insurance Company of New York, home offices Rochester, New York, an equal opportunity insurer.
This past winter, your roof may have found itself under siege from damaging ice, snow, harsh winds, and frozen tree branches all pounding it. Now, the snow is gone, and time to assess whether or not your roof is in need of repair or replacement.
Do I need the radio?
Yeah, if you want to bring it out for yourself.
Check.
Check. It's there, Mark.
What's that?
You can hear it slightly, but
I got it. Is it, you say Wilson? We're back here, Mark Slazak with Bob Greenberg. Aaron Byron, we're back at the studio. What a fantastic game we had, but a heartbreaking loss for the Farrell Steelers. They fall to Ursuline by a score of 40-38. Opening night here at the Pregame Sports Complex, the new turf field here at Farrell. Brand new scoreboard, some other bells and whistles. A great night, a great atmosphere, a huge crowd, and a great football game. Ursuline able to make that stop on the last play, and couple of good rushes on that last series to have caused Farrell to lose some yardage. Steelers fought to the very end of the very last play in this one. Scoring went like this. On the board first, Farrell, a 51-yard pass. Kylon Wilson to Cabron Smith to give them a 6-0 lead. The kick was wide. Ursuline answers a 5-yard pass from Jack Erickson to D.C. Farrell. McGlone kick to make it 7-6 Ursuline. Farrell answers. Cabron Smith to Lamont Samuels with a 21-yard touchdown pass to make it 14-7 Farrell after the Samuels extra point. Christian Lynch scores a touchdown on a 2-yard run to end the quarter, a McGlure kick, and we end quarter one tied at 14. In quarter two, it was a Kylon Wilson 3-yard touchdown run, but a mishandled extra point snap gave Farrell a 20-14 lead. Ursuline answers. 34-yard field goal by James McGlure made it Farrell 20, Ursuline 17. A little bit later in the quarter at 4:17, Christian Lynch, a 1-yard run, McGlone with the kick, and it was a 24-20 Ursuline lead, and that's where we ended the half. Second half starts with a Kylon Wilson 95-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. Farrell goes up 26-24. Conversion pass was no good. 27-yard field goal by James McGlone.